There we go. Hey, everybody. Hello, good morning, and welcome to Good Morning Xbox on the Iconic Video Games channel. I am your host, Axel1324.
And now I'm Cool Cat Terry.
And I'm the resident guest, Dreadpool.
That's right. Another week has gone by. It is the last Sunday of this month. Yeah. Next Sunday is next year. Next year is March, the best month ever. Because I was born in March. That's why it's the best month.
No, it's this month because it's so great that they can't handle more days.
Yeah. Even though this year it's a leap year this year, right?
It is.
Yeah. 29th.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So anybody who was born on the 29th, congratulations. You are officially 4 years old.
Yeah.
It'll be my brother's 5th anniversary because they got married on leap year.
Run out of
So
gifts.
yeah,
Like, that would be the worst, being born on February 29th and getting a birthday once every 4 years. Could you imagine?
Like, when do you celebrate? Do you celebrate on the 1st or on the 28th every on non-leap years?
it's a happy birthday. Never mind. It's
You
already
only
too
get a
late.
fourth of the birthday every year. Every year.
You get a quickie.
Yeah, a third. I should say a third until the full birthday comes out.
Yeah. But it'd still be a 4th. You just
Yeah.
One
All
of those.
right. But guys, we have a great show here for you guys. Overall on the news side, compared to the last few weeks, it's been relatively quiet, although not too quiet. We're gonna talk about some games. We're gonna talk about some branding and some hardware. But before we get into all of that, Terry, what have you been playing this week?
Skull and Bones, of course. I also finished Baldur's Gate 3. At least my first run through, which was a blast. Loved it. And I've been putting in a lot of time with Skull and Bones with my friends and with my husband. And already got the Magellan achievement, which is traveling over like 100,000 meters or whatever it is in the ocean. So I've been putting in the time.
100,000 meters. Wow. So that's like 1,000 kilometers.
I don't know. I don't even know.
Yeah, you divide by 100. Yeah,
I don't even know if it's meters. It's 100,000 something. I don't even know if it's meters.
Yeah. So wow, Terry has been putting in the work. Congratulations, Terry. About time.
You're talking about knots if you're talking about the ocean.
No, that's for speed.
It's nautical meters and nautical miles, but
then it would be meters.
Oh. But that's because
I don't know. I didn't play it, so I wouldn't know. Let me tell you how it goes. I've never touched the game, never played it, never looked at it, but I'll tell you how it goes.
But let me tell you something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, brother. I love when Dougie does that.
Oh my god! I don't know if you saw this week's show. I was dying. I rewatched our show. I was dying from hearing myself, hearing Doggy, and hearing Death Dealer. Oh, it was good.
You guys got to do like the sexy Hulk or something. Like the sexy voices you guys did. Those were
gosh, yeah. We got to do the sexy voices again. I noticed Valentine's Day came and went, and we didn't have a sexy episode for it. We normally do.
What's going on?
Yeah. Distracted, I guess. Dreadpool, what have you been playing?
Actually, I've been playing Alan Wake 2. Getting into that, I was actually streaming and had some good. I did dual streaming, right? So that was fun. I was streaming in the vertical format and the standard format in 4K. So that was really cool to see two different chats going back and forth, and then getting everybody like on the one side to shift over to the other side. So it was really cool.
That is cool.
The game, I'll tell you what, they did really good with the game. I don't want to ruin it, and I already had it ruined for me because one of our other friends reviewed it, and I was like, all right, I'll support your review. I shouldn't have read it because it was an unintentional spoiler. It wasn't really a spoiler per se, but it was for the, you know what I mean? So where I got to, I didn't know about this, and it kind of ruined it for me. But it's fine. I have no ill will towards anybody, but it's definitely a good play. You gotta play it.
I'll think about
No,
it.
I did get a jump scare.
A jump scare. Oh, I'm definitely not playing it. That's a little scary to me. That's just
Oh, I jumped, but in the video, it didn't even look like I jumped. You might have seen like a little twitch or something, but it was like barely even noticeable.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
see. You hide
again,
it real well,
it's
huh?
good. Yeah. It wasn't like I hit it. I'm admitting that I did jump, and that's the funny part because it didn't look like I did.
All right. Well, that's good. Another good
Yeah.
game.
Good game. Yeah, definitely well worth it.
I have
Oh,
a problem, everybody. I am addicted to League of Legends again. I stayed up way too late last night because I was on a losing streak, and you can't go to sleep on a losing streak. So I stayed up until I won. And I did, but not in the way I wanted to. Like I like winning dominantly, and it was not a dominant win. It was like they made a mistake, one mistake, and that's how we ended up winning. But they had more kills than us, they had more objectives than us, and it just so happens that we caught them off guard once, and we took the game. and but it wasn't like we outplayed them or anything, other than that one time, you know. So it was it was rough. I also played Power World, yes, and I'm loving it. It's a lot of fun to catch the pals and make them your indentured servants, I guess. I was trolling one of my friends. He was we were playing together. He was capturing a pal, working on one, and I go, "Oh, I'm gonna steal this one from him." And as soon as that pal got low enough, I threw my pal ball at it, or pal orb at it, and I took it from him. And he throws his pal orb too late, and it just goes through it. He was so mad because he wasted a pal orb. Later on, I'm helping him bring down this flyer, right? And he goes down, and I'm like, "Oh my god, oh my god!" And so I just throw a pal orb, and it just said like 22% chance to capture the pal. And I'm like, whatever, it'll give me enough time to revive him, right? I throw the pal orb, the pal orb starts doing its thing, and I revive him, and I'm like, all right, it should come back. It should come back. Nope, caught it. So I ended up taking his pal. It was pretty fun. But yeah, no, it's interesting. I like the building aspect of it. All that good stuff, that survival aspect. You don't need to build anything. You don't need to build a house or anything in that game. I just did because I can. But
I just built a bed and just because part of that stuff you had to do for the tutorial. But where was my invite?
This was Friday. Friday night? Were you working? No,
I was
weren't even
watching
online.
you guys.
Yeah, no, this is every Friday. Me and my friends would get together every Friday, and we just play a co-op game.
I remember when we used to race. I guess that last time you ran into a rock and blamed it on me. It was the last time we played Friday nights because everybody's like, Doggy's like, no, I'm doing the fighters night, and you're like, oh, I'm doing something else. I see how it is.
It used to be we used to get together Saturday afternoons, but now it's turned into a Friday night. But no, yeah, sometimes I'm sitting there and I'm like, it'd be nice to play with someone right now. I look online, Dreadpool's not on, and I'm like, guy never plays any games.
You got my number.
I do. Anyway, so yeah, Power World, lots of fun. Finishing up Final Fantasy 7 still. But yeah, I'm gonna be stuck on Power World for a while as I'm gonna figure that game out. We ran into other humans. That was interesting. They were not friendly. We found that out the hard way. So yeah, let's check in with the Iconic chat. Let's see what they're up to. Of course, my good buddy Doggy Dog 420 joins us. He says, "Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Doggy. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP." We got your Wicked Hot saying, hey, good morning. Good morning, your Wicked Hot. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Crazy Greek Dude is here. Shout out to Crazy Greek Dude. He says, yo, thank you, Crazy Greek Dude. You are the real MVP. And
Calimero.
Dan, the man, Cunningham, joins us. He says, hey, y'all, how's everybody doing today? Hey, we're doing fantastic, Dan. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Who else we got? A cute perspective says, salute. Hey, thank you so much for joining us, A Cute Perspective. We appreciate you. You are the real MVP. And Sappho joins us. Shout out to Sappho. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. He says, I have 14-hour days at work. I'm starting to get jealous of people having time to play games. Yeah.
Yeah. I know what you mean there. Yeah.
I've been working some overtime this week, and I am tired, but I want to get my project done so fast. So yeah.
Well, you know what we could do is we can get the chat to help us out though with your project.
I don't think they could.
This side project is where we need the help from. We need you guys to make sure you like, subscribe to those that haven't. But I know every single one of you here has subscribed, so that's pointless on you guys. But for those that are watching afterwards, and then most importantly, share this out. Get this out on Twitter. Let's get some more people in here chatting with you guys and us.
Absolutely. Every like does help us get discovered, especially in the gaming section of YouTube where we stream. So yeah, that would be really helpful. But let's get on with the show, guys. I don't know if you guys know, but one of the major studios that Xbox has is called World's Edge. And World's Edge has officially announced Age of Mythology Redo. What is it? Redux?
It's called. I just had it.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I got it. I will get this. Retold. There we go. Age of Mythology Retold. So this is, of course, a remake of the OG Age of Mythology. If you know, you know. So it is basically Age of Empires in the mythology world. So there are going to be some gods. There's going to be some heroes with some powers. Very interesting, but it's basically the Age of Empires engine, right? And while there was some gameplay, I can't find it for the life of me. But yeah, you got island fighting, you got the gods, you got titans out and about, you got creatures, you get it all in this amazing strategy game. Now it is again a 4X game, so explore, expand, exterminate, extort. So you will be able to marry off your children. You will be able to do all that stuff. There is a campaign, but of course the campaign is the campaign. Everybody's in here for the multiplayer, for the online matches. It is land and sea battles, and I believe in Age of Mythology there's even some air units. So that is cool. There is a time of day. So there is a cycle. It appears to be a cycle. And whichever gods you worship, I guess, those are going to be the ones that you get help from. So this is cool. Like here you see the Colossus, and here you see the what are these things called? Oh, I forget what they're called.
Which ones?
The horse. Ox heads.
Centaur.
Centaurs, yeah.
Oh, the ox? That's a minotaur.
Minotaur. There we go. Minotaur.
You said horse.
Yeah, sorry. That's a minotaur.
Okay.
Oh, here we go. Here's a flying unit. You can see him over here. So yeah, there'll be some nice strategy. Here's an orc. I think it's an orc. And nice so giant. Yeah, this is going to be fantastic. Terry, I know you love these kinds of games.
No. Okay. like I don't play them. I really don't play them.
Right.
It's a third-party game.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
indie.
I play every
It's an indie game.
Yeah, it's an indie. It's a third-party indie
I love
game.
Ubisoft, but you know what I don't play? Anno 1800. Okay, so like, all right, so no, it's not my genre. I'm sorry.
so the big news with this one, the reason why it's news is because World's Edge has published the remake of Age of Empires 2 came to PC a whole year, maybe a little bit more before it came to Xbox. So, okay, so now they got the controls, right? They got the controls down for how to do the Age of Empire formula, right? Then Age of Empires 4 comes out, and again, it hits the PC a whole year before it comes to Xbox.
Yep.
Again, they already had the controls, so they can't say it's like, oh, we're trying to make sure the controls are perfect. Baloney. You had it already, right? And so this time, however, they are bringing Age of Mythology Retold on the same date, currently, same date as it hits PC, it hits Xbox, which is I hate to say it, but it's abnormal for the development studio. That is not normal, and it has been one of my biggest gripes on this show. If you watch my shows that Xbox doesn't get the same day and date releases as PC does. I use Gears Tactics as an example. No reason why that game shouldn't have launched on Xbox. I use Flight Simulator, right? Okay, I can see the reasons why, but they did it. They could, right? Of course, Age of Empires being the biggest example, as it is the biggest game. It's funny. Everybody talks about other games on Xbox. Oh, Halo, Gears, Forza, whatever. But the one people play the most on the console is Age of Empires. Believe it or not, it is really popular. Even though Terry loves it so much, you know. So I know there are full channels dedicated to playing Age of Empires. So the fact that console players get owned by cheating PC players the same day this time, it is new. Dreadpool, but Age of Mythology, did you ever play the first ones? Or have you played the Age of Empire formula?
Nope.
No. Okay. Dread, same question.
Oh yes, I have. Age of Empires, Age of Empires 2, 3. I've even dabbled at the original Mythology. But I was also doing Command and Conquer,
Yes.
Warcraft, StarCraft, doing mods with some of those too back in those days, where you had Marvel. But yeah, so I used to be that RTS one more game fan. You know what I mean?
You can't end on a losing streak.
No, it wasn't just that. It was just we just wanted to play some more. We didn't care if we won or lost. It was just like one more. And myself and my college brother, we would sit there and just keep on, playing either against each other or team up. But typically it was usually against each other. And we just had such a great time. And, here it is, 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, we got to get up in an hour. We better get some sleep.
Yeah.
And then get home and then start it all over again. So yeah, I was addicted to these types of games for a long time back in my late teens, early 20s. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So the original OG Age of Mythology scored an 8.5 on roughly about an 85 score from PC Gaming's websites, because of course it was a PC DVD only game. So I want to take a look here, see if there's any good screenshots. So I just kind of want to show the difference in density here. I mean, look at the old one. Right?
Yeah, that looks familiar.
Yeah. And then look at the new one. Just far more dense, right?
But crisper too.
Yeah, much crisper. So it's running on the Age of Empire 4 engine. Now, if you remember, Age of Mythology came from an expansion called Age of Empires Mythologies.
Yes.
So eventually the mythology became so popular that they made it into its own game, Age of Mythology series. This isn't the first time they've tried to redo the Age of Mythology. I believe it's been redone. Let me look here. In 2014, they released Age of Mythology Extended Edition. In 2017, it was part of the Microsoft RTS bundle. If you ever got into that, they released a new DLC in 2017 called Age of Mythology for the Age of Mythology Extended Edition, called Tale of the Dragon. So if you are into that kind of stuff, so the mythologies, of course, we're talking about Greek mythologies mostly, but it's moved over into Chinese mythologies, Norse mythologies. But it started out, Age of Empires mythologies was just Greek mythology. But Age of Empires mythology is more than just Greek. which is fantastic for me because I am going to be playing. Let's see, who do I like? I like the Norse gods, but I'm going to go with the either Chinese or Japanese. Come again, Terry?
Does it have Egyptian?
I'm sure it does.
They used to. They should.
Yeah.
It needs to.
Yeah, they have Titans, which is Greek, but let me see if I can find where it has it. Let's see.
It would make sense not to.
So the major gods act as sub-factions, something like countries. Can't really see which ones are going to be included in this one. I don't see any information on it. So I'm unsure, Terry. It should, because the old Age of Mythology cover, you can see you got Odin and Thor, you got Zeus, Cleopatra, and whoever the eagle god is.
Horus,
yes. So that's the original Age of Mythology. Let me see. Are there any Egyptians here? Let's see if we can find some Egyptian stuff. Yeah. Okay, here we go. The very first screen, Terry. Pyramids.
That's what I thought. Like, I saw that they were in the desert, but that doesn't mean anything.
You got pyramids. You got a Greek god here.
Statues, obelisk. Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah, so you're definitely gonna be playing as Egyptian, so that's cool. And of course, don't take anything you see in Age of Mythology too serious, as nothing is based on fact. Everything is based on mythology. So yeah.
No, that is fact.
Sure.
It's fact.
It's a fact that it's based on mythology. Yes, I agree. Yes. So yeah, let's see. Of course, PC Gamer being the big one here. Let's see. Does it show what it gave them? PC Zone, PC Gamer UK. Where's PC Gamer US? Did PC Gamer not do this one? Here you go. So PC Gamer gave it an 86 back in the day. So we'll see where this one lands from the now renamed World's Edge Studio. So hopefully things go well for us RTS fans. Dreadpool, are you going to get this one?
No, I'm going to play it in Game Pass.
Okay, you're going to Game Pass it on your PC or on your...
I'll probably try it on my Xbox. RTS to me has to be keyboard and mouse.
It does.
I don't feel like connecting the keyboard and mouse to the Xbox. So I think I'll try it out and see what it looks like, how it feels. But ultimately I think it'll look good on the 4080 that I have on my computer. Just saying.
Yeah. Just look down on us 3060 guys.
Yeah.
I still got the 1080, so
you're not even in this conversation, Terry. You can't do no raise. You can't do no raise of tracing.
No, I can't.
You know what's better than your 1080? Your Xbox Series X.
Oh, no lies detected there. Woo. Terry, are you interested in at least looking at this?
I mean, a little. I mean, so there are, I don't know, like maybe, like I've messed around with some indie RTSs in the past, and there was one, I can't remember the name of it, forgive me, but there was one that I did play, and it didn't have like a big learning curve, and it was really easy for me to pick up and play, and I liked it. So, I mean, I feel like if I find the right RTS, I could probably play it, but I have to find the right one.
Yeah, you got to learn the upgrade trees in these games because each civilization calls the upgrade something different, and some civilizations get more buffs for certain upgrades than others. So yeah, you definitely got to learn this one, and you can't just play a random. Hey, there's a phoenix up there, like spewing down fire. That's cool. Just noticed that. Yeah. So let's see.
That's Arizona.
That's Arizona. They brought in Arizona into Age of Mythology. Of course, I'm going to check it out. I'm going to check it out on my PC. Is the only way to do RTSs. I haven't checked out the control scheme yet on the Xbox. I think maybe I should, just to kind of give it my judgment. But Age of Empires and all that, I just mouse and keyboard all the way. So yeah, we'll see. Right. Guys, let us know in the chat if you're excited for Age of Mythology. What is it? Redo? What's it called?
Retold.
Retold. Let us know. Let's see. RWK88 joins us in the chat. He says, "Good morning, y'all. Good morning, RWK88. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP." Sappho says, "Does the Sphinx have its nose?" I'm not sure. I'm unsure, Sappho. He also says, "Don't feel bad. 3050 city here. Out. Ugh, you might as well be running a 1070. I'm just kidding with you, Sappho. I'm kidding. Let's see. Back from the Dead joins us. Shout out to Back from the Dead. Thank you so much for joining us. He says, "Hey everyone, what's going on, Back? Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP." And yeah, let's move on to another game. Now, Terry.
Yes.
I know you love third-party games, right?
Yes.
and of course, I know you love third-party games that are Game of the Year contenders, quite possibly being called the greatest game ever made. Doesn't matter what these first parties are doing, the third party did it, right? So Terry, there's this amazing third-party game getting an expansion pass that everybody's very excited about, including yours truly. We're talking about Elden Ring. Shadow of the Erdtree dropped a gameplay trailer and a release date. Let's go to our third-party analyst, Terry.
Yeah, I never heard of it. No kidding. I mean, I think this is not a game that I have played because I'm not into like the From Software. I'm not into their style of games, but I do respect what they've been able to achieve with this game, and they basically revolutionized the whole genre based on how Dark Souls and was it Bloodborne and Sekiro and like all those games, right?
Yeah.
So they definitely they completely transcended what that genre can do, and so it is impressive what they can do. They've did a fantastic job with this. People who are into these kind of games, they got to experience something that they didn't even realize that they could do, because when you look at like Dark Souls, I find Dark Souls to be one of the jankiest, clumsiest, crappiest games ever made, but people love it. But you know what I mean? So it's amazing to see how far they have improved, and built upon that genre. So, mad respect for that. It's just a game that I will never play. I will never play it.
You're missing out on what some people are calling the greatest game ever made.
I mean, yeah, if you like that, but he also said, what was that one that I got for $5? The greatest RPG ever made. Oh yeah, that Old Republic nonsense.
Crap. Was it Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Knights of the Old Republic, best RPG ever made. No, it's crap.
There you go.
You just don't like Star Wars.
All right. What about you, Dread? Are you gonna souls it up, get pissed, throw your controller around, but come out of it like, man, that's the best game I've ever played?
My plan for this game is to keep my controller, keep my TVs intact. So yeah, it's a total pass on. Not for me. It's the greatest game that never was for me. I don't have that kind of patience anymore. Yeah, no.
Well, I'm not gonna sit here and brag, but I played this game exclusively for 4 months straight, as you guys know. I played nothing else because I wanted to play nothing else. This game took over my life. Elden Ring, game of the year for that year, quite possibly the best game I've ever played. I mean, it is right up there with the greats of all time. Well deserving of game of the year. Nothing else even came close. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I played, what was its challenger? God of War, I think, was the challenger. No, not even close. Not even close to the greatness that was Elden Ring. Um, so of course I got super excited when I saw this trailer. I showed it to my wife. I didn't tell her what it was, and she goes, "Oh, this is your game. Is it another one? Is it Elden Ring?" And I go, "Yeah." I'm so like a big old smile. "Yeah, it is." And she goes, "Oh my god." She's upset. She's like, "There's gonna be yelling in the house and cussing and hitting the air, punching the air." She said, and she was just like totally hitting on me. She's like, "Because you're gonna die over and over again and just be frustrated." So my wife, she shout out to my wife. She's so supportive of me. Yeah, she was not looking forward to this game. So yeah. So that is my wife. And of course, this game comes out during her birthday month.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So
You
she
better
is
not mess
upset.
that up, man.
Oh, he did.
Don't
He
mess.
did. He did mess it up. Did you see that, chat?
I
Oh.
saw.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, oh yeah, there she is. Shout out to my wife. Thank you so much for being the MVP of my life. She says, "Yeah, he took a week his vacation for this game, and he did not on my birthday." Just so you know, I don't forget my wife's birthday.
You just didn't take a week off for her
I just
birthday.
a week off.
To spend time with her like you do with this game.
I gotta money so I can buy more games, darling.
I tell you what, though, I do like the character creations, the designs on these games. I
The
do
monster
like,
design is next level.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do like that. It's just I wish there was a better entry level, and I know that these games here, this series, Elden Ring is a much easier entry compared to their past games. But it's still a Souls game, and I just can't do it. But again, it's like one of those things where just because I wish it had an easier entry into it, doesn't mean I want them to change how they make their games. I want them to make their games the way that they want to make them. I don't, you know what I mean? And
the director of these games, now producer of these games, he purposely says, "I'm going to make a hard game."
Yeah,
that's just flat out what he said. "I'm going to make it so that player skill matters." He made it in such a way that even you see these great bosses and stuff, but in the Souls games, the real Souls games, just a regular old grunt, if you just go in there playing it like it's a hack and slash, will kill you.
Yeah.
Like they pull no punches. Yeah, they have one or two moves that you gotta, and that's it. But if you don't pay attention to those one or two moves, you're dead. Whereas a boss has something like, between 5 to 10 moves that you gotta watch for. So yeah. This game, fantastic. Shadow of the Air Tree coming out soon. Cannot wait. That's all you're gonna hear me talk about come June. Happy early birthday to my wife. Thank you so much for being so wonderful and sharing your birthday month with Elden Ring. Two of the loves of my life.
Oh, goodness.
Appreciate it. Hey, let's see. Let's check in with the chat. Hold on, let me get to a nice pause screen here. Here we go. Let's pause right there. All right, so let's see. Let's check in with the chat. DE, shout out to DE. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Says, just kidding, hell here. Elden Ring expansion. I want to experience the world, but not playing as it plays. I'd much rather be a hunter in Destiny, experiencing the Elden Ring world. There's no way you would ever be a hunter in Destiny in a Souls games. There is a Souls games with guns. It's called
about Remnant.
Remnant. Thank you. Yes, Terry. Remnant. It's a lot of fun. If you want to play an indie game, a little bit easier. Play with your friends. It's not as frustrating as the Souls games, trust me, but it is a very difficult game.
I enjoy Remnant. I can play through it. It's not Soulsy. Well, some of the bosses can be kind of Soulsy, but overall the game isn't Soulsy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's more like a boss rush game. With some you just got to find the bosses where they hide and make it there, and then fight the boss. But Remnant, very fun series as well. if you enjoy playing Souls games with guns. Back from the Dead says, Axel, don't you mean greatest TV and controller breaker ever made, Elden Ring? No, believe it or not, Elden Ring is easy compared to Dark Souls, especially Dark Souls 2. Holy cow. Dark Souls 3 is when they finally got that formula down. And Sekiro was amazing, by the way. But yeah, it's easy in comparison. Still gonna die. You're still gonna be like, that was baloney. That's so cheap. La 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 la. Right. Loved it, but when the game finished me and rolled credits, I didn't go back. How did the game finish you? How did you roll the credits on the game that finished you, Sappho? Yes. Let's see. Luis Villa. Yeah, see, Mr. Dreadpool, understand. Absolutely. Let's see. DE. There's lots of game worlds that I want to see, but not as that game type. Call of Duty's Battle Royale worlds would love to play in it, just not as a Battle Royale. Unfortunately, that's the way they're designed. Maybe there's on PC, there's some mods where you can load up the game without anybody in it just to explore. I'm sure that's how the pros play and how they end up memorizing where everything is. So yeah, let's see. For my wife's birthday, I'm taking her to PAX East, flying first class and staying in a really nice hotel. Axel, you need to step up your game. My wife and I, I'm stepping up my game with my wife by doing other things that are not on her birthday, just things in life. And she knows what it is. She knows I love her. Yeah. Let's see, DE. That's what I'm saying. I don't want the Souls game. I want the world. Enemies, but shoehorned into rules of Destiny 2. Destiny 2 is pretty good. Yeah.
Sounds a little like Halo Infinite.
Yeah.
Only
sounds a little like Halo Infinite.
What it was supposed to be.
Let's see. Congrats to Blondie for having a husband like you back from the dead. At Luis Vian, you should get Axel to do something like this for you too. Oh my God.
Winky face.
Winky. No, don't. We're not listening to these blasphemous words from this panel. All right, let's see. All right, so Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree has digital editions, of course. Pre-order and get a bonus gesture, which doesn't matter. I never used them. So it comes out June 21st, 2021. Coming to PS4, PS5, and PS4, Xbox Series consoles, Xbox One. That's right. For those of you that are still on the Xbox One fact, there you go. And PC, and it's from Bandai Namco, a great supporter of the Xbox brand, Bandai Namco. Be sure to support them. So you get Shadow of the Erdtree Edition, which includes Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree Expansion. Shadow of the Erdtree Deluxe Edition includes Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree Expansion, Elden Ring Digital Art Book, and original soundtrack. Shadow of the Erdtree Digital Art Book and original soundtrack. And then you get the Shadow of the Erdtree Premium Bundle, which includes Shadow of the Erdtree Expansion and Shadow of the Erdtree Digital Art Book and OST. Terry, which one are you getting?
None.
Seeing as you don't have Elden Ring, I think it's one of these two.
None. None. And if I was, I'm not going to pay additional money just for a digital art book and soundtrack, because I never use those ever. Like, I've never once gone up and like booted up like an art book ever. So
really?
like
I did that so much on Starfield.
I never do it. I used
it as a screensaver.
Even like Ubisoft will always just give those out for free, the art books and all that. They just give them to you for free, and I don't even look at them. So I was like, I'm not paying extra for that.
Right. Dreadpool, which one are you getting?
The one to the right, further to the right. Keep going. Yeah, that one.
Oh wait, hold on. I know which one you're talking. All right, here we go. Here's the other one.
No.
Now you're talking, Dreadpool. Now you're talking. Okay, let's get physical. Dreadpool doesn't do digital.
No. No, seriously though, if I could, I would probably just buy this just to get the statue and all the extras. Just because it looks so cool to have displayed. But not for the game.
The game's the best part. The game is the best part.
Yeah. So you say.
Just buy the collector's edition and give Axel the game. How about that?
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not spending that much just to give away a game.
Absolutely. I think my wife needs this for her birthday. She needs I think this guy was 40 centimeters or something like that tall. So there's a collector's edition, $250. You get a 40-page hardcover art book, the Shadow of the Earth Tree voucher code, and official soundtrack for your console of choice. And you get a Mesmer the Impeller. Oh, here it is, 46 centimeters statue. And I mean, just look at him. Look at Mesmer the Impeller statue. I think this is going to be a fantastic one.
It looks like the helmet is removable too.
So they do have a wearable Mesmer the Impeller helmet available for purchase individually for $300. So, yeah, there you go. Lots of Elden Ring fun. I am probably not going to buy this statue. I really want it, but I'm probably not. I'm going to stick to the. I might not even get the premium bundle. I just want the game. The soundtrack and the art book would be cool, but I want the game. I just want the game. So I want the game. If I could just I want the game and the statue, and that's it. Well, how much is that? Oh, that's $200. I'd be like, okay, sold. But when they're like, oh, this for $250, and I'm like, I don't want all this. I just want this. So now I do enjoy the art. I wouldn't mind the art book, but again, the OST, the digital OST. While I love the music while I'm playing the game, I don't like listening to the Elden Ring music by itself. It just doesn't jam. It doesn't keep me awake. It doesn't keep me awake like somebody killing me cheaply, like it does in the game. Okay. So yeah. But yeah, there you go, guys. Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree coming out June 21st. Pre-order now. Pre-ordering it for my wife's birthday. Absolutely. Why not? All right, let's see. Let's see. And shout out to Happy Cloud Gamer who joins us. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you being here. Let's see. I did it once for the last Final Fantasy, the music viewer W. Isn't the Final Fantasy 76 Rebirth collector's edition like $400-ish? Yeah. My cousin ordered it. It was $350. Yeah. It was up there. It was up there. I don't have a place in my life for exploring that kind of stuff like Elden Ring collectors. Still love it. Yeah. I don't think I have time to get angry on my screen playing Elden Ring. I took a vacation just to play. Like, I've gotten to that point where I have so many vacation days that I take vacations to play video games. Like, I took vacation to play Halo. I took vacation to play Elden Ring. I took vacation to play Starfield. So, I mean, I'm just like, at that point in my career, I've been at my current job coming in May 9 years, where I have lots of saved up vacation time, and I don't vacation unless it's for a gaming reason now. Before I used to vacation to go visit my wife, but now that she's here, no need to do that no more. So I'm saving up all these vacation days, and I'm like, what do I do? And my wife is so new at her job that she doesn't have all the vacation days I do. So we take vacations together, but then she runs out of vacation days, and I still have some left over, and I'm like, I gotta use them or lose them. So gaming it is, because I always use my vacation days. I earned them. There's no such thing as losing them in my world.
Yeah, I've got my vacation days figured out for the year, with the exception of like a week or two. I have all my sick days figured out when I'm going to be sick. Wink, wink. I also have my floating holidays figured out.
You got the black lung, boss.
I try to use all of that up first before I use up all my vacation.
Yeah.
Because you know how it is. You take your vacation, you can't take a sick day, otherwise you lose your holiday pay. You know what I mean? So you gotta.
We can't even use our sick days unless you have doctor's stuff to prove that you were sick.
Oh, really? For 1 day?
Yeah, we
No
can't
way.
use. You have to have proof that you were out. You can't just use a sick day. That's there exactly. It's there for you to be in the hospital, so that you're not in the hospital. They will not grant it.
That
should be illegal.
Extremely controlling. Yeah, that's illegal.
They give us
I
our
don't know
vacation
if it
days,
is illegal. I'm just saying it should be.
I mean, it's just like mandatory overtime. I mean, that's not illegal either. So
Well, there is, but there's ways you can do it and get away with it.
I guess
within limits.
And again, I've been at my job so long, I have literally unlimited sick days because I don't call in sick. So I'm trusted with unlimited sick days. I've maybe used like 3 weeks of sick days in my whole. Let's see, I took 2 weeks for COVID. I took 2 weeks for hospitalizations and then one more hospitalization. So in the almost 9 years I've been there, I've taken 9 weeks of sick days, roughly.
Yeah, for us,
I have unlimited sick days, but I never use them
yeah,
because I don't really get sick.
as big as we are, they don't care if you didn't take any days off.
Yeah.
You know, you either use it or you lose it, and it's there for you to use if you need it.
Use it or lose it.
And I need it. I need it.
Yeah. Yeah. Safo says, what is a sick day? Terry, explain what the premise of a sick day is.
It's this, you know, fictional thing that, you know, companies tease you in front like a golden carrot, and then they deny you it because they're like, no, you weren't actually sick, so we're not paying you for not being at work. That's what that is.
It's a way to get written up. And shout out to Fastback. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. He says, good morning, Xbox. Good morning. Thank you so much. Happy Cloud Gamer says, I'm a freelancer, so I get paid okay. But if I take time off, I don't get money. Oh, what do you freelance? I'd like to know. DE says, all kinds, family leave, maternal leave, paid leave days. Yeah, we get all that, but, you know, I'm a guy. I don't take maternal leave. Family leave, actually, I did do that. We do get
you should get paternal leave.
They do have what they're doing it now here in the States, but they've done it in Europe for a while where even the father could take off maternity leave.
Yeah, paternal leave.
Paternal leave. They've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah, paternal leave. Yeah.
Just most dads don't. Most dads don't do it though.
I only got a couple of days off for my daughter because that's all they would give me.
Yeah, it's significantly shorter than maternity leave, which it makes no sense. It should be the same.
What? Are you for cereal right now, Terry?
Yeah, like it's significantly shorter.
2, maybe 3 days.
And even in the States, maternity leave is really short compared to other countries.
Yeah, it is. It is. Other countries give you like 6 months. Yeah, I agree to that statement 100%. All right, but off of the work talk, back to the game talk. Let's get back to the games. And then, do we want to talk this topic before we do the indie spotlight? You know what? Yeah, let's talk about it because I have a feeling this topic is going to be long. Then we'll do the indie spotlight, get everybody's palate cleansed, and move on to the next topic. I think that's a good idea. All right, here we go. All right, so I don't know if you guys know. So these last few weeks, you know, the Xbox Week of Chaos and then the official Xbox announcement about 4 games coming to the consoles. All right, we've already talked enough about those opinions. We know, everybody knows how we feel. Some of us are okay with it. Some of us are having trouble accepting the truth, if you will. So we are going to just talk about, I don't know why my screen did what it just did. Okay, there we go. We're going to talk about branding. So these games came over to other consoles, but the Xbox branding was shameful at best. So here is Obsidian advertising Pentiment. You get to pre-order a physical edition of Pentiment. Now, this is from Obsidian, the makers. They put the PS5 front and center. Right, PS5. The Switch in the middle and hidden in the back. Good old third place Xbox right there. It's okay. Your first place in our hearts, Xbox. So this is Obsidian doing this, right? But I want to point out that, let me see if I can find it real quick, that Limited Run Games, the people who did this, right? They put theirs Xbox in the front. So Limited Run Games, not the Xbox Studios, puts Xbox in the front. Meanwhile, Obsidian, the Xbox studio, puts Xbox in the back. What's up with that, Terry?
I don't understand why you're getting so torqued about it. It's like, who cares?
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense to put either Nintendo or PlayStation in the front because they're just getting it now. So it's a way to advertise, hey, you guys have it now, go play it. Whereas Xbox, the people who wanted to play it would have already played it on Game Pass most likely. So this is a way to expand. The whole point is for them to get other players to come play it. So they're letting them know, hey, front and center, come play it. You're getting torqued for nothing, man. Calm down.
Just relax, man. Relax. Yeah. So just to push the point home, here's Limited Run Games website. I mean, everything has nice prominent view here. Nobody's really covered up, but again, Xbox in the front. It says pre-order now. So pre-orders close on March 21st. Xbox must have already been sold out because there's no Xbox button here for Pentiment. Yeah, there you go. So I guess you can click the pre-order button. So there you go. And again, it's been done by Limited Run Games. So they got Limited Run Games does a lot of smaller indie publishing. Shout out to them. I get a lot of my physical indie darlings from them and a lot of soundtracks from them. I order from them and I love what they do. They're a bit on the pricey side, but hey, you know what? They're giving me something that first party hasn't. So shout out to them. Yeah. So Xbox in the back. And again, Xbox couldn't be bothered to do a physical edition of Pentiment when it was an exclusive. But in comes PlayStation. It comes Nintendo, and suddenly, hey, you know what, Limited Run? Make some physical editions. Again, it's just like this whole idea of Xbox being treated like the redheaded stepchild, like the unloved child of Microsoft. And that's the part that really gets to me is that all these amazing things, because, while Terry, as much as I do, Shaddai loved Pentiment.
Yes.
I
still need to try it. I still need to play it. It's backlog, but
freaking Back from the Dead. Did you read what Back from the Dead typed in? I'm not going to put it on screen. It's hilarious. Yeah, but let's move on to some more Xbox branding. Here's Sea of Thieves. There's a video from Microsoft Corporation, not Xbox. Microsoft. Now, this is on PlayStation. You can see PS Plus, in-game PlayStation controller stuff, right? Triangle, L3, R3 stuff, right? So this is on the PlayStation Marketplace, right? So here's Sea of Thieves. There is no mention of Xbox. Microsoft reserved, la 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 la. No information at all of Xbox. Excuse me, guys. I don't know why I have sudden a lot of burping going on. Yeah, here, Microsoft Corporation again.
I don't know why this is an issue.
Yes.
I don't. Dude, seriously, because when we got games from PlayStation, like MLB The Show, it didn't say PlayStation. It said Sony. It's the same freaking thing. It says Microsoft instead of Xbox. It says Sony.
But then you load up MLB The Show and you get the PlayStation, intro graphic, right?
I don't remember the graphic, but I remember it saying Sony on it.
You get the PlayStation intro graphic. You know which one I'm talking about, right, Dread?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'll have to.
It said Sony. So I remember that.
I'm going to backtrack us for a little bit while you're talking about that. I noticed one thing that you didn't even point out, which I think is you're falling for the Xbox tax also.
What's that?
I'm gonna call you an Xbox taxer too.
Oh no, I'm getting taxed.
Yes, you're getting taxed. Pentiment. If you look on the PlayStation and the Nintendo version, it does say Xbox Game Studios in the bottom right-hand corner.
Where?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on the box. I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see that.
Box of Pentiment.
It did, no branding. It's literally there.
Mm-hmm.
I saw it too.
Let me see the branding.
It was the bottom right corner.
All right, here we go.
I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, look at that! Look at that branding! Look at that branding!
Axel's falling for the Xbox tax. Was it clickbait?
Clickbait. I have been clickbaited. I have been clickbaited.
So, but no, for me, when it comes to Xbox being in the back, if you already know about it, and on top of that, with Microsoft not Microsoft, Xbox saying that they're not out of making CD games, they just didn't decide to make it.
Yeah,
I understand their position because I mean that's a risk reward you got to take, right? So what's the risk versus the reward of selling these physicals? If you make too many, that's money out of pocket that you end up selling for cheap and just to get out of your stock.
Yeah.
Limited run, at least you have so many to do before you're gone.
right. All right, so this is what I'm talking about. Let's talk about this splash screen. So I'm going to just show this, right? Here we go. So this is for MLB The Show, right? So yeah, you see Sony Interactive Entertainment. So let's pretend that this is Pentiment or Sea of Thieves. It would say Microsoft Corporation or whatever.
But
right?
is this being booted up on Xbox?
It boots up the same. And so here is the splash screen that I'm talking about. This thing, right? So it's coming from PlayStation Studios, right? Then the San Diego studio that it comes from, right?
Okay.
So here is the video that I was going to show you guys. Here we go. Let me hit play. Get back to where we were. So here they're loading up Pentiment, right?
Yeah.
There should be some Xbox Splash logo or something. Loading, enhancing. Here we go.
It's funny you say should be. I'm also thinking right here is also the Xbox tax working in reverse because everybody's so used to it. Maybe PlayStation doesn't want anything saying Xbox on there, and that's why Microsoft said, you know what, we'll put our on there and just get rid of the Xbox Studio. It's still going, they're still making the money. And if you think about it, some hooved brothers will
hooved brothers
see Xbox and throw their console out the window. So let's not do that. Let's go ahead and try to sell this game and just remove Xbox and just Microsoft.
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, I understand on the point of that part, but at the same time, I don't see a big issue. I mean, yeah, if it was me, I would want all my stuff branded. Anything Dreadpool comes out,
Productions or something. Yeah.
But the mother company, which would be me, still, is still the same for me, so it doesn't matter. But anyway, yeah, I understand, but at least it's still coming from the mother company.
Oh, Crazy Greek Dude just says that it does say that in the video.
Where's he at? Hold on, let me find him. This is going back. Okay.
Did you pick a video that's cleverly edited to exclude it?
The video comes from Tom Warren from The Verge.
So
he said that they've removed it or had limited.
Yeah,
from what I recall.
So it's so funny because Tom Warren from The Verge, right? So you guys know here. So here it is. Here's the video I was playing from Tom Warren. Shout out to Tom Warren. And Matthew Garbett says, "Why does it matter?" And it says, "To some people, this is life and death."
he's right though. He's right.
Like Axel, like Axel.
This is life and death, man. You don't understand. I'm getting buried with my Xboxes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's check in with the chat before we get too long, because I know this is kind of a.
Well, you also
it's a little bit of all I'm talking about is the branding, right?
You know what? I will buy Pentiment on my Switch, and if it has the branding, I'm gonna call BS. How about that?
You're paying
I think you should definitely do. And then you can do the little Switch share button. Connect it to your phone, download it to your phone. Then from your phone, upload it to YouTube.
But like, see, actually, you're full of it.
Yeah. So it's funny you say. So Tom Warren, right? So if I go in here, let me click the original one. He says, "Oh, don't worry. The intro video, once you start a new game in Pentiment, mentions Xbox Game Studios Panic Over right here. But again, the splash screen. Like PlayStation had that big. You can't ignore it. It's loading. It's PlayStation, right? So, and that's the way I feel they should be, because they do it. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
Well, that was the other thing I was going to say, because if PlayStation is putting out that video, right? They can also edit out whatever they want because it's on their YouTube channel.
Possibly.
Xbox could do the same thing. So when it comes to that, you got to remember these companies are doing certain things, but obviously in the game, it should say Xbox Game Studios, Obsidian, and any other sub team that works, that worked on it. So it should have all that. You got to honor those people that are in that hierarchy, and sub, down below the chain. So, again, this is the Xbox tax working in reverse for panic. If you think about it, it's like
for some panic. Yeah.
I mean, Xbox tax exists. We know that.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
We know that, but sometimes
that's against the media.
Yeah.
Not against themselves, but Xbox does this to themselves all the time.
No, we know that Xbox trips all over themselves all the time. But my thing is, I think part of it is we're so used to going Xbox tax, Xbox tax, Xbox tax, and all of a sudden it's not, and you're like, still it is. So it's you're still looking for that drama because it's always been there, and it's not. So I think people are over exaggerating sometimes, just like they were the past couple weeks, over dramatization. Just to get that attention. So I think we're so used to it.
As you know, I was against this, and I am still against it because I know what the future is. Just because, just like all Xbox game, not all Xbox games are going to be on PC. Now all games are on PC. But this whole it's only 4 games thing, as I said, it's eventually going to be all games. But as I said, we all heard how I feel about that.
Yeah,
it's about branding, and as I said, I care about the brand.
Look, I'm going to say this though.
About this more than the Xbox does.
Axel, stop making mountains out of molehills. Stop it.
You obviously don't know how to do this podcast, Terry.
It's more like an anthill.
Well, you've never been bitten by fire ants. You don't know how big this anthill is.
Oh, dude, I have.
Right? You don't know how much this hurts. These fire ant hills.
Fire ant bites are the worst.
Because they inject venom, man. It's not even a bite; it's a sting. Yeah. All right. So let's see. As I said, let's check it with the chat. Why wouldn't they give it away on Xbox? 35 million people already have access to the game, right? Why would they try to sell it to those people? People love physical. Some people love physical.
Yeah.
Let's see. Fastback says, "Who cares? Let these games go. No big. These games have been played. Most Xbox gamers not going back to them or played them."
Yeah. I mean,
it was on Game Pass.
Once.
I mean, that's like saying I'm never going to get around to my backlog.
See, but
I got retirement plans, okay?
That's the other thing, though, is if you think about it, everybody that played on Game Pass got a chance to play, right? What's the metric on that? That's the metric on interest, because in theory, yes, you're paying for the service, but in theory, you played that game for free, right? If you think about it,
you paid for it, but yeah, okay.
You paid pennies compared to all that, right?
You didn't pay no $35 for that.
Now, here's your true testament between the digital games going to the other platforms and the physical games with limited run. Here's your true testament on the actual interest of these games, on whether or not to make it. So there's other viewpoints that we're not seeing all the time. And this could be one of those things too, that, hey, it's expired its usefulness here. We're not seeing any more growth from other new players playing this enough to make a real statement of anything. Here's our last straw to make a statement to expand the game to make other games. Is the interest really there, or is it just because the Game Pass effect of paying pennies to play whatever? So there's games on Game Pass that I never would have played, but because it was on Game Pass, I played. So you got to remember that there's that part of the metrics that we don't know, that we can kind of equate that if I would never have bought this game in the first place, let alone borrowed it from somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, as I said, this is mostly about taking care of your brand. The statement was they're expanding to find new players, new Xbox players. Every screen is an Xbox.
Yes.
so forth. How do I know my screen is an Xbox if it doesn't say Xbox?
Well, it said Xbox Game Studios if you waited a little longer.
It
I mean,
did.
in italics, in lowercase italics. I mean, come on, Let's see. Happy Cloud Gamer says, people are a bit upset with me. I don't care if a different plastic box can play the same games as my Xbox. If a game's getting more profit, well, more investment into that dev or new games. Yeah, I mean that's the argument that's been made. Mine is just about the branding, the brand, taking care of your brand. Either way you feel about it, the Xbox brand took a serious hit over this. Literally no one is excited about Xbox anymore. Hard facts, Sappho. Hard facts. Yeah, Sappho is 100% with me. It's about the branding. Yes. Let's see. And back from the dead is really funny. Funny text. All right. Let's see. My beautiful wife, she says, "What? That is not a big deal. Hi-yo." Shout out to my beautiful wife.
See, she gets it.
She's not a gamer.
What?
Yeah.
What did I just picture? Uncle Roger.
Yes.
Hey, oh.
Hi-yo. Let's see. Xbox has held other games. Xbox has had other games multiplayer. Will have more, especially with Xbox Studio growth. Yeah, we went over how many games are multiplayer and how many franchises are multiplayer and how many franchises are exclusive last week. I think we counted 14 total franchises that were exclusive. Now we're down to 10. So I believe that was our count, right, guys? So yeah, we did that last week. Let's see. Yeah, agreed. Happy Cloud Gamer. He says Xbox sucks at PR, but it's Microsoft doing the PR part or Xbox. Who knows, man? Who knows? Shout out to Stubbs Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says no one took a hit over this. Only people who believe that are fanboys.
Axel.
Yeah, well, no way. Me, an Xbox fan? What? Since when? Since when? Yeah. Let's see. Fastback says some games make sense. Multiplayer. Xbox is a business, a game publisher. I prefer playing on Xbox, but end of the day, I'm a gamer. Hey, we, as I said, we have our preferred games, and I'm not going to stop paying Xbox, and I'm not going to stop subscribing to Game Pass as it's such a good deal. So yeah. Did I see where did I pass it?
Yeah.
His most recent one. His most recent.
Oh, his most recent one. Oh, I haven't got any. I'm trying. This is why I'm trying to catch up the chat.
You want to do his most recent one so you don't F it up.
Do I? Okay, let me go scroll down then. All right, I'm on Fastback. Okay. If this goes away, all right. Okay, I see it. Okay, got it. All right. Let's see. ABKL also pushed Xbox to do more of this. I believe that 3 months that Bobby Kotick was still with Xbox ruined it for everybody. For everybody, including me.
The 3 months made all the difference.
Bobby Kotick. You have no idea the poison that Bobby Kotick is. Let's see. It might have been in a clause for the games to be released on PlayStation. Possibly. We don't know these contracts until only they do. So possibly. Yeah, maybe. Crazy Greek Dude says, does Minecraft say Xbox? That's a good question. I don't know.
It does.
I don't have Minecraft on consoles.
If I recall, Xbox Game Studios
someone
is on
boot
there.
up Minecraft or Minecraft Dungeons on PlayStation.
Well, Minecraft Dungeons has the Xbox Game Studios on it.
On PlayStation, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what I'm asking.
On PC. Does that count? All right, let's see. Somebody could have asked to have the branding removed like they did for Deathloop. No, I did not know they asked for that for Deathloop. Yeah, let's see. Fastback says, that was a Nintendo gamer, played on Sega, PC, PlayStation, Xbox. No matter the platform, I've enjoyed gaming. Hey, we all have, man. We all have. We've been there. We've all been there. Especially in the 90s when consoles were entering and exiting the market like hotcakes. I mean, it was crazy how many consoles entered and died in that decade from 1990 to 2000. So, yeah. So Sega stopped making consoles years years, but people are still playing Sega games. So people crying over this stuff just need to game. Yeah, Sega also said that they were going third party to become the biggest third party publisher in the world. How's
They
that going?
tried.
How's that going? I don't think they've hit their target yet. So, you know, there's just something about when you're a platform holder, you get some benefits, especially with the store.
See, Call of Duty wasn't around when Sega said that.
Yeah.
So yeah, gamers' interests have changed since what they thought.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, shout out to Sega. They made the right moves. They're still around after all these years, making fantastic games. If you haven't played Yakuza, you're out of your mind. It is fantastic. And of course, the Sonic is more popular than ever. So they're making the right moves. Shout out to Sega.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Crazy Greek Dude. Yeah, we did see it. If you keep playing the video, it says Xbox Game Studios presents during the opening scene of the game. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Fastback. He said, I still like Axel, even though him being a little Bronco fan. Wow.
Ow.
Wow. So yeah, let's see. And shout out to What Are Dragons TV. Thanks so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, what's good, my gaming community? Hey, we're really good here. And I think that's everything for now. Oh, here we go. Gone Mad joins us. Shout out to Gone Mad. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Axis is looking at this Pentiment ad backwards. Xbox is first. Yeah, if I go from left to right, yeah. Yes. Let's see. RWKD, I found sleeping with your console is the best way to show your dedication. You know, I think at one point, even when we were younger, all of us have fallen asleep with the controller in our hands. How many of you have fallen asleep like looking at your phone and it hits you on the face?
No.
No?
Like I dropped it on my face, but I was never falling asleep.
Yeah, never
That's what I
fallen
mean.
asleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, butterfingers with that.
Yeah.
Although I do find somebody else falling asleep with their finger on the phone, and it's like the phone's like, "What do you want me to do? You're not doing nothing. We won't
Wake
make
up.
you do."
Everything the phone is like, do something.
I've taken pictures just to be like, see, this is what you were doing, scrolling through Facebook, and you're like in between.
Shout out to Split Difference. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. He says, top of the morning, y'all. Yeah. Top of the morning to ya. There we go. Top of the morning to ya. Yeah. Let's see. Xbox gamers have these games in Game Pass on Xbox first. I would be surprised if flagship games like Halo Gears go multiplayer unless Xbox goes full party. I think they will. I think they're trying to blur the lines between first party and platform holder. Third party and platform holder. You know, because PC is an open source and anybody can play on PC. You can put anything you want on PC. But I think Xbox just, you know, the gaming world is different than the PC OS making world. Right? I mean, who's the competition to PC OSs? You got Macintosh, which is like, or Apple, which is like ridiculously expensive. You got Linux, which is ridiculously fragmented. You have Google Chrome, which is an internet-based OS, which is practically useless unless you're using their first-party stuff. So really, Windows is the only real true open platform on PC available on computers. You know, and so maybe Xbox is planning on doing something akin to that. They want to be the open platform for gaming, possibly. And maybe they're shifting to that. I did for Stubbs. Where's 4G? Is he on here? I don't think I've run into him yet.
He was towards the beginning.
Was he?
Yeah.
I am scrolling as far as this goes. Anyways, shout out to Carlo. 4GQT TV, thanks so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. And to Brando Calriza, awesome name. Thank you so much for joining us. You are also the real MVP. I cannot find. Oh, hold on. I think I just passed Carlo. Brando. There we go. Brando Calriza, he says, it might have been a clause for the PlayStation games to be on PS5. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for being here. You are the real MVP. And I've lost my spot. I'm just going to scroll to the bottom and see if there's anything there.
9:31:59.
It doesn't show it to me like that.
It doesn't show you the time?
No. My wife, shout out to my wife. She says, oh, come on, Axel, don't be a fat boy.
You mean like this? This is Axel right now? Is that what you're saying? Did your wife just call you out like this?
Oh, she knows I'm a
love her.
Xbox fan. Yeah, she's great. She's great. Let's see. I think this is the plan all along. They had mentioned that ABK just accelerates their plan. Yeah, I think so too. Let's see. Xbox has to be BC because they're PC-based company. On PC? Okay. Xbox has to be on PC because they're a PC-based company. The games that they release on PlayStation doesn't really affect the community. It'll only bring growth in those games to this community. That is the argument, yeah. And, maybe it will. But again, I've seen we're just going to do it. Not everything's coming. Don't worry, blah, 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 blah. I've heard those statements from Phil before. And eventually it comes to everything. It takes years. It took 6 years for one of them to eventually roll over to everything. And I think this is going to be no different. Absolutely no different. I really do believe that all Xbox games are going to be on all platforms that can run the game in the future. And that's just going to be the way it is. And I'm not trying to be negative on it. I'm just, writings on the wall kind of guy. And as I said, I'm not going to stop being an Xbox guy. I'm just going to be a different kind of Xbox guy. A PC Xbox guy. Let's see. Steps Gaming says, what does it matter what logo it has? It's just about branding, taking care of your brand. The reason PlayStation is so big is because they took care of that PlayStation brand for so long. They are purposely taking care of that brand.
They took care of it with deceptive practices.
They took care of it. Do you like it or hate it?
No, they did.
Exclusively on PlayStation, asterisk, little, 6 font, italic on the bottom, for 3 months, whatever,
or exclusive hat.
Yeah, exclusive, asterisk, hat only, but nobody reads that. So they took care of it with deceptive practices, but they took care of it, but again, I do appreciate Xbox's transparency. I do appreciate Xbox's fact that they're not deceptive about it, which is why one of the many reasons why I'm an Xbox guy, because I don't feel that I'm being misled on content, right? I don't need to read the fine print. What I see is what I get. So that's really good. But I still think that they need to take care of their brand better than others. And like Terry said, I think the reason that this is the way it is because PlayStation and Switch are new platforms for Pentiment. So it could just be a standard marketing thing. Who knows?
Again, you want to promote it to those platforms because people are going to be like, well, that's on Xbox.
Yeah.
So, but you want to make those sales at those other platforms. You don't want to. That's the whole point of all this, is to get those sales on other places, to get the different metrics so you can actually get a good evaluation of the interest of these types of games for what you're paying for, value for your game when you're actually paying for it, not on the penny, but full, the full price. If it's 20, 30, 40 bucks, if it was a $70 game, stuff like that, you got to figure out. And they didn't price it at $70, which is good. They kind of give it a fair estimated value to see where the interest is.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll compare their maybe a completion percentage or something. Who knows where their metrics are? We'll see. Shout out to my wife. She says Xbox doesn't pay me; it makes me spend money. Yes, absolutely. Speaking of which, they released new T-shirts. I don't know if you saw. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Who did?
Let's see. Sega are doing very well right now as a global publisher. Absolutely, yes, they are. They are. Let's see. I have no idea what Splendiferous is talking about here. He screams, "I just did that," but I'm scrolling and I don't see what he just did. Maybe he hit the like button. Maybe Splendiferous hit the like button like everybody should. It'd be really appreciated.
That's what he did. He liked and shared.
That's right. He liked and shared.
Maybe he's talking about
back from the shout out to back. If
That
Dr.
was-
Eggman was more organized, Sega wouldn't have been taken out sooner.
The comment was from when we said dropping the phone on your face.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Maybe it was dropping the phone.
Oh, Splendiferous just did that? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Where is the average for Major League Baseball coming to Xbox? Crossing over made it the biggest ever. Facts.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, yeah. But again, that wasn't Sony's decision. That was MLB's decision. Like when you look at MLB The Show on Xbox, it's not published by Sony. It's published by MLB. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Or am I the only one that noticed that? So Sony is still not bringing anything to Xbox, which is probably how we got MLB The Show on Game Pass, is because we didn't have to go through Sony. We went through MLB to get, or we, when I say we, I mean Xbox. Sorry. I'm not part of Xbox. Xbox, Phil Spencer, didn't have to go through Sony. They went through MLB. So, they made the game, but they don't publish it. They don't publish it on Xbox. So, yeah, there you go. Shout out to Stuff Game. I love Axel's wife. Yeah, I love her too. True. Xbox is a software and service company. I don't know, man. I have a Surface Pro 9. It very much feels like an amazing Microsoft piece of hardware to me. Just throwing that out there. You have the Surface line, and hopefully, the Surface phone does better than it's been doing, but we'll see. Let's see. And yeah, Safo, I think this is exactly true right here. I seriously believe Microsoft could be positioning Xbox games and services to be the next Office 365, be everywhere. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Office 365 is on PC, it's on Apple, it's on your phone, it's everywhere.
Even if you don't want it, it's there. It's available for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's being forced.
Hey, if you got an Office 365 sub, might as well take care of it. All right, let's see. Splendifer says, honestly, don't care if they publish more other games on other platforms as long as they keep Master Chief at home.
Yeah, certain staples need to stay at home.
I think 6 years, man. I think 6 years is when everything's going to go everywhere.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Clip that, and we'll find out
in 6 years from now. So what are we? 2030. 2030.
If we're alive, we'll find out.
I'll be alive. I don't know about you. Let's see. Stubbs Gaming is absolutely. Satya doesn't like the exclusive model. He says the only reason they do it is because the competition does it. But they have to understand the gaming space again, and I'm sure they do. They probably understand the gaming space way more than we do, as they see all the metrics we don't. So yeah,
You'd be like the Broncos and the Colts teaming up. Doesn't make sense.
Makes zero sense. I mean, but then again, it used to be that teams had their own stadiums, and now like the Chargers and the Raiders share a stadium. The Giants and is it the Jets?
Yes,
share a stadium. So yeah, I mean, times are changing
because they don't have enough space. They don't have enough money.
They're huge and very expensive.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why they're sharing.
Yeah. Plus, I think it's good for the stadium. Like just gets used every week, no matter what. Instead of sitting there with bye weeks doing nothing. Let's see. Sony has to take care of PlayStation because that has been their biggest moneymaker for years. Absolutely. During the PlayStation 4 era, all their divisions except the gaming division were not profitable. So PlayStation kept Sony afloat there for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pentiment is so great playing it on my lunch break on xCloud. I might try it. Poor Axel. Oh man. Let's see. Okay. So, One of the Dragons has confirmed. MLB says Sony Studio when it boots up Axel. Facts. There you go.
Yeah, we did show that on the video a little bit ago.
Yep. So there you go. Because Sony made it, yes, but again, Sony didn't publish it, but they made it, and their splash screen still comes on. And again, I believe the splash screen should come on for these games. Just
Yes,
my 2 cents. Right. Let's see. PlayStation PC port. PlayStation PC port was on GeForce Now, but they did pull them off. A stupid move for PlayStation. Yeah. Everything will be an app in 2030. Hey, I'm down for that. If they go day and date on PlayStation Plus for PC, or what, I guess I have a PlayStation now, but I don't buy every PlayStation, and I'm not going to overpay for the PlayStation 6 whenever it comes out. So there'll be years. So if PlayStation Plus goes day and date on their games and the game comes out, I'm subbing. Just flat out, I am. Yeah. And Back from the Dead says, well, you should be trying instead of Pentiment is Dead Island 2 in Game Pass. Yeah, we were talking about that in our Friday show, that now that it's on Game Pass, me and Doggy are going to check it out. All right. But yeah, this is just about branding, guys. As you know, what has happened has happened. There's nothing we can do about it. I was just being critical of the branding job Xbox is doing on this move. And they shouldn't act like it's they're acting very amateurish, in my opinion. They've published Minecraft for years on PlayStation. They've published what else is a lot of the Obsidian, Bethesda. There we go. A lot of the Bethesda games are multi-plat. They've been published. It's one of those things that branding matters. I care about the Xbox brand, and so I am critical of when they trip over their own 2 feet, and I believe this is a stumble on their half. Every screen is an Xbox. Well, how do I know it's an Xbox if it doesn't show me on the screen? It's one of those situations where it should. I understand it's Microsoft Corp, whatever, but it needs to throw up Xbox Game Studios every time. Every time an Xbox game loads up on another console, it needs to throw up big, unskippable, screen akin to, what happens when you load up another game. Let me see. Xbox.
I'm in agreement with that. It should load up with. I understand if they want to put Microsoft, I'm fine with that, but it should say like Microsoft. It should say Xbox or ABK or Bethesda, whoever the hierarchy is as it comes down all the way down to the specific studio and the team that's working on it. You know what I'm saying? So we go from Microsoft all the way down to the team, figure out the hierarchy, and go from there.
Yeah, because every time they load up, this should come up. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
And
maybe an updated version of this, but yes.
Yeah, they updated now with the specific game, with the game they're about to play. Yeah. Well, this is just for all of them, but
no, that's what I'm saying.
And even if it is for all of them, who cares? Put them all on there.
No, but that's what I'm getting at, is do it for all of them. Update it for the most recent, biggest games that are out to, mini advertisements. Think about it. These are mini advertisements to let you know we have other games other than this one here that you're playing. And if you're actually paying attention, you'll be like, oh, what is that game?
Yeah.
But that's what they need to have
every time.
Everywhere.
Every time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. What about you, Terry? How do you feel about this? Do you think the Xbox Game Studios splash screen should come up every time you're playing an Xbox game?
I suppose. I mean,
regardless of platform.
I honestly couldn't care less if I see the logo or if I don't see the logo. But I mean, either way, they get their money. So.
Yeah,
okay, but what about your game?
Taking their words at face value. The biggest games are on Xbox. How do you know if you never tell them this is an Xbox game?
That's why you have marketing. I mean, you don't need the logo on the game.
This is
part of marketing.
I mean, they've already bought it to see this part, but no, it's not, because they already had to bought the game. They have to already
Yes.
physically have the game. So they don't need to market it anymore. You already freaking have it.
Well, no,
Okay,
you're not marketing
so let's
it.
talk casual Larry. You know, casual Larry's just gonna buy the cover, looking at it, or you know, from the game store, reading it, maybe seeing a couple of screenshots or whatever, right? He's gonna load up the game. He's not gonna know it's an Xbox game. He's casual Larry.
Think of it when you go to the department store and you're buying Levi's. All right, I'm just going to use Levi's. You know,
Yep,
you
Levi's
see
501s, baby.
You see the models wearing the Levi's, but yet there's still a sign right next to it saying Levi's.
Yeah.
So
and it'll say Xbox Studios on the game case, or it'll say it on the Microsoft Store when you buy it.
And the pants have a tag that say Levi's.
Yeah, which would be your physical case.
Which would be inside your pants and outside your pants. So it doesn't really matter. I mean,
sorry, that just sounded funny.
If you look inside, yeah. But no, but the thing is, well, Terry, with your game, wouldn't you want Cool Cat Terry to be everywhere on the game, even though somebody bought it, to know that Cool Cat Terry made this game?
No, I don't really care too much. I just want them to play the game. The most important branding I have to put on there is I have to brand all of everybody else's stuff that was included. So the game engine and all that has to be
right. Okay, but why do you have to? Why do those people make you put that on there?
I mean, I get why they do it, but for me, I couldn't care less if my name is on there. No one knows who I am anyway, and I'm not going to make another game, so it means nothing to me. Like, I'm only making one game and one game only, and that's only because I want to say that I did. Like, I couldn't. My name isn't important. It's the game is what's important, not my stupid name.
Right.
I'm not trying to become a big studio where I need to grow a business.
But
so I don't have I'm not going in with the business mindset.
Yeah, but that's what we're saying is put your mind in that business mindset.
Yeah, if I was in a business mindset, but still I'm not. So I couldn't care less if my name's on my game. You know, how many games? There's so many games out there I played, you know, and all of them put their name on it when you boot them up. And you know what? There's plenty of games out there that you could probably name the game and you don't remember who the frick made it. So I mean, it doesn't. Who cares? You know, like there's probably hundreds of games you played that to this day you don't remember who the frick made it, and they had their stupid logo in the front.
Mm-hmm.
How many of those logos do you pay attention to? On PC, you could skip them. You literally just smash the freaking button and you skip all that stuff. So does it really matter? You're skipping it anyway.
It's branding that matters, is what we're saying here.
It's branding.
So like here's the PlayStation Store. Again, no mention of Xbox here, right?
It doesn't need to say Xbox there.
You go over here. No mention of Xbox here. You got Microsoft Corporation, which is great. I guess it's a first step, right? You got Microsoft Corp there. You just don't see it. Is my point of branding? You just don't see it. And you know, for better for worse, and I'm thinking it's for worse. You know, Xbox is just not. They need to take care of their brand and throw this on there. Especially Sea of Thieves, because Sea of Thieves is an Xbox game studio. It's not Bethesda. It's not ABK. It's Xbox Game Studio. That is the division it's in. Yeah. So there you go. Anyways, I think we've done enough of that topic. If you agree, you agree. If you don't, you don't. I think branding is important because it leads to perception. And as we all know, I've always said perception is reality.
Yep.
So yeah. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Game Pass has been the best gaming service for gamers. So what's the problem? There's no problem. Nobody's challenging Game Pass. Crazy Greek dude. Battletoads on Switch. I played it. It needed some work, man. Yeah. So let's see. And I think that's it for that topic. I think we're ready to move on to Terry's Indie Spotlight, everybody. Here we go.
back to the indie spotlight. I got another one for you guys today, so pay attention. This is a good one that should appeal to quite a few of you. Now, there is a chance I might have featured this before. I honestly can't remember, but there's a good reason for me to show it again. Is because there has a beautiful sale going on right now for this game. So get your wallet out, Dread. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the trailer.
Accessing. Sending new instructions.
Anomaly detected. I will not let you compromise the experiment.
The custodian. He's trying to stop us.
Kate, get out of there!
The whole world is relying on us. Since the dawn of humankind, our species has gazed toward the skies and wondered whether we were truly alone.
Power supply failure.
Hermes is being pulled towards it.
Hang on, everyone.
Your friends are trapped just as you are.
Just eating me alive.
Let's do this.
Please do what you can. I hope it's not too late.
Okay.
Above.
All right, so Scars Above. This is a sci-fi action adventure shooter. It's in third person. It's a single player experience, and so you go ahead and check this out. Now, the premise of the story is an alien structure appears outside of Earth's orbit. You go and they send you to go investigate, and then whoosh, you get transported to an exoplanet. And so now you're just trying to survive. You play as Kate. You are an astronaut and a scientist. You're not a soldier, so you're trying your best to survive. So you get weapons and things, but you got to remember, you're not a soldier. You're an astronaut. Okay, you don't know anything about fighting aliens. All right, so but it's a good time. Now the game is going to play similar to Remnant, so it's got a little bit of that Souls light to it, but it's not going to be over the top. You get to craft different gadgets and items in the game, as well as there are lots of different boss fights and yeah, so good stuff. I think I might have showed this one once before, but it's on sale. That's why I wanted to bring it up again. So it's $30 on Steam if you wanted to go the PC route, $40 for console, but it is $8 right now on Xbox. So go ahead and check it out. $8 on Xbox. That's why I had to show this again in case you missed it before. All right, so go ahead.
$80?
$8, single digit.
Sold.
All right,
Yeah,
go ahead.
I got a $5 Xbox gift card. I'm going to pay $3 for this thing.
This is your chance to get it. And I want to bring up, when that trailer started up, whose name didn't show up? The developer's name. I saw the Xbox logo, but I didn't see the developer's logo pop up. So just
show the end of the trailer. Let me see. Show the end of the trailer.
All right. They didn't put who made this game. Prime Matter. It didn't say Prime Matter. No.
There you go. No branding. That's why they're only making one game.
Rage against the devs.
Let's see. Shout out to Sith Lord. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. We appreciate you. He says, "Hey, Dreadpool, sorry I'm last." I think he meant to say I'm late. Yeah. And Happy Cloud Gamer says, "Oh, this looking cool." My wife says, "It's a space game." And of course, I said, "Yes, I love space." Splendiferous says, "Terry, I bought this game the last time you showed it, and I love it."
Nice. That's
good
cool.
Deal. Good deal.
And back from there, did this in the game have enough branding? There you go. The answer is no. No, that's why nobody knows that studio, because they didn't brand it. All right. Great indie spotlight from Terry. Shout out to her. Showing us the deals. $8. Wow. I might get it. I'm not gonna lie. All right. So let's move on to the last topic of the show, a happy topic. Ladies and gentlemen, I know how much we love leaks. But these are kind of supported leaks, if you will. So if you remember during the Xbox podcast, there was a mention of Xbox hardware in Q4. Now Q4 for businesses rolls over into the new year, so it could be calendar year 2024 Q4 or calendar year Q1, January-ish when they report, because usually they don't report numbers until after the holidays in January when they return to office about seeing how they did. So in Q4 there's some. They said that there could be some new hardware, and then we have a report here by I'm going to mess this up. A guy called Extus. His name is Alvarado or something like that. He is a lawyer by day, and he writes interesting gaming stories in the night. So here we go. So he says exclusive. This comes to us from exputer.com. He says Microsoft has an all-digital white Xbox Series X in the words. No major changes, save for a few. All right, major highlights. Can you guys read this? Is this big enough?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
Oh, whoa.
Story highlights. Microsoft is planning to release a digital Xbox Series X somewhere between June and July this year, so way before Q4. The black color of the existing console will be swapped with white, and it'll be all digital. The price of the digital Xbox Series X is unknown, but it could be lower than the current model. Of course, it's going to be. So it's going to be no disc reader. The all-digital console is expected to be released sometime between the upcoming months of June and July, but there are chances of a slight delay on that front as well. The price of the white Xbox Series X. Currently, we do not have an accurate information depicting the price of the console. Thank God someone says that, But since it's digitally, the white Xbox could be $50 to $100 lower. What are you thinking, Terry? 50 or 100? I'm thinking 50.
50 is probably more likely.
Yeah, 50.
I'm gonna say 50 only because the CD drive or the drive
like
that's going to be removed is like $30, but they're also updating some of the internals when it comes to the CPU. Not CPU, but still, CPU. Other things on the board will be updated. Nothing to the effect of like better performance or anything like that. It's just better efficiency.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. It's literally, it's just like the OG1 going to an OG1S. They just couldn't get those chips anymore, so they had to like find something equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 5% faster. Ooh, but again,
hey,
$50. I can't see $100.
Say $50 to be faster. Trade it in. Yeah, no. Yeah.
5%, it wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah. So let's see. And I'm just going to put maybe you're not interested. Maybe not interested. You know what? Not interested is no. So I'm going to put maybe. All right. So there we go. Asking the chat a question. So chat, there's a new poll in the chat if you guys want to vote. Let's see. So the 1 terabyte, for reference, the latter 499 is in US, Japan, Chile, Brazil, and Colombia, costing more in other regions such as Canada and Australia. Suckers. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. So here's the picture of the Xbox Series X, the original. Other improvements beyond the color select is a lack of an optical disk drive, improved hip sync, which is what Dreadpool was just talking about, an upgraded Nexus card as opposed to the one on the Xbox Series X. The Nexus card is the one that powers your system on, by the way. We are unable to share images of the new console at the time due to the secrecy of the matter. And other news, they had the and so that is the leak. But good old Twitter, Twitter. Someone mocked up an Xbox console. Here, let me pull it up. Here we go. So sharing this tab. There you go. The all white Xbox Series X.
I'm gonna call that milky white.
Milky white. Yeah, they never just call it white. They're gonna call it like frost white or something like that, right?
To me, that looks like milky white, not frost white.
Milky white
look like Snow White. No, that's milky white.
It's milky white. All right.
That's clinical white. That's
clinical white.
I like that one.
That is let me see. Yeah, it is. It's interesting. So of course, shout out to Idle Sloth. Now, again, if you guys know Idle Sloth, he is a great guy for information. 5, 6, 7. Okay. I use him a lot for additional information on any stories I find. So he is fantastic. And I am just downloading some of the images he has posted real quick to show you guys. But Terry, what do you think? All digital Xbox Series X.
I think this is a cool thing for those who haven't already invested in the Series S or X.
Will it move all consoles?
Yeah. For me, I already have an X. I have no need to buy this. But, like I said, this is going to be for those who don't have one.
Right. Okay, and here we go. I am just putting this technical crap up here for those of you who care about technical. So the Nexus card. Here we go. So this is the Nexus board that he's talking about. Right here. This is the card. This one right here. It is the card that very clearly says Nexus on it. Right? It's right now it's held on and connected via a ribbon connector. You can see they pulled it out right here. And it goes right behind your power button here and eject button. So the Nexus card, the Nexus handles the power button, the LED, and the eject button on the console. And it is currently connected to the Nexus card via ribbon cable, obviously, right? So there you go. That is the Nexus area. So that is changing. Maybe it's going to be integrated into the board now instead of ribbon connected. But that's not really a big change, in my opinion.
Yeah. Plus, they don't need the button, so.
You're right.
They could just always.
If you look at this adorably digital clinical white.
Yes.
There is no eject button. There's nothing. So it's just the power button now.
Did you notice on the back left on the bottom down right there? What does that say? Oh, look at that branding out of nowhere.
Everywhere.
I believe
that is some clinical branding right there.
What now if you go on the opposite side, you know what you don't see?
What?
The IR button or the sync button.
No, you don't see that over here.
Because the controller's hiding it. The controller's hiding it, so you can't tell.
Yeah, the controller's hiding it. Yeah, it's in the lower right.
But they did say that you won't need that button to sync your controller to your Xbox.
Anymore.
So maybe they're hiding that as I'm just throwing it out there, not saying anything, but maybe they're hiding that. And maybe because you don't need the IR button anymore to play discs, it's all clean. Maybe the only thing we will see on that face is the X button. Just think about that. Just saying, think about it.
All right, Dread, you got a family that needs some consoles. There's 3 gamers in your household, including yourself, and I know that you travel often with your console. I think you travel right now with an S.
I used to travel with the S.
Yeah.
So
are you going to travel with the X? Digital. The adorably digital X.
If I were to be
ADX.
traveling again, I think I would just stick with the S.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the carbon one. I want to get that one too.
Carbon black.
Yeah. That looks that's for an S. But I think again, even with the spacing of the diameter, the dimensions, if they were exactly the same, it's just too bulky. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I think I would rather just stick with the S for traveling or my phone.
There you go. By the way, I think I heard Death Dealer laughing in the background. Yeah.
Well, somebody said something really good that I missed, so we'll find out.
She was laughing at you traveling again. She's like,
"Oh yeah, that too." Me getting another Xbox.
Getting another Xbox. You still haven't even gotten the Quest 3. All right.
No, not yet.
My birthday's coming up. Hint, hint, wink, wink, wife. Birthday coming up. Let's see. coolcatterri, the all digital, adorably digital, clinical white Xbox Series X. Are you getting one? Trading in your physical one for digital?
No, I never trade my consoles in to upgrade.
So you're just gonna upgrade?
So yeah, I won't. The only time I ever get another console is if something does happen and mine breaks, which rarely happens with an Xbox for me. So the only time I would ever trade mine in is when the next one comes out, like whatever comes after the Xbox Series X. You know, the next generation will be when I would switch. I'm a one and done when it comes to my console. I buy whatever one I get and I keep it for the whole generation.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I used to be that way too. Not anymore, but yeah. And that was only because of last gen. I bought the Series X.
I do.
The One X, not the Series X. The One X.
I do prefer the cleanness of the white though over like the black, but for my current setup right now though, the black blends in better. It would stand out too much because my desk is black, my monitors are black, so it's good to have the black. But I remember like during the 360 days, they started with white and then they had the Elite when they turned it to black. So I mean, I preferred the white. It's just
looks cleaner.
It does, but it's just I have no use for it. I have a perfectly good working X right now. I don't need to switch it out.
Right. So I have bought 2 Xbox Series X's already. I bought the launch day one, and I gifted it to my nephew because I ended up getting the Halo edition.
Still
Series X.
That. Still jelly.
You should be. It's amazing. It plays games 10% better. There's probably you can't play Souls games because you don't have the collector's edition.
Goodness.
So I have bought 2 Xbox Series X's, much to the with amazing support from my wife to spend that money. So the fact that I am not going to buy this one should make her happy, as I need that disc drive. I have too many physical games. I love the backwards compatibility on my Xbox. I love just going to my shelf, grabbing an old game, throwing it in there, and it just installs it or downloads it from the store, whatever it is it does. And it's just something I cannot pass up. I simply cannot.
That in the movies. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah. My wife and I also, we still rent movies every now and again from Redbox.
Yep.
Yeah, Redbox. So, we watched Barbie that way. We watched Super Mario Bros. That way. So, yeah, I use that disc drive often, that Blu-ray player often. So I am not going to get this one because it does not have the disc drive. I'm sorry. I love the color scheme. I think it is much cleaner. I much prefer to have the white one than the black one. But because it does remind you back of the 360 nice and clean look. And the 360 did have a very awesome look to it. So yeah, I have no reason to buy this one.
For those of you in the know, I'm going to quote too short. Black is my color. I have no other. Nothing else will do.
Well, what is it? Do you ever see the Lego movie or whatever, Lego Movie 2 or whatever it is? Yeah. They're like, does anybody have any black or gray? Because I only work in black or really, 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 really dark gray. When Batman's building his stuff.
Yeah, the Batman Lego.
Yeah, the Batman Lego is so funny. So funny. Let's check in with the chat here. Let's see. Shout out to Fosso 924. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Shout out to Retro Nerd. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP. Let's see. Let me go all the way up. All right. Let's see. Sappho wants to know what happened to the cylinder design. Yeah, that's the next one. That's the next one. That's the next gen.
Cylinder design didn't make any sense, to be honest.
Yeah, when you go all digital. Let's see. Splendifer says, Deathy Lemon 5. You can call me Splendy if you like Deathy Wetty. And here's Dreadpool. Hey, Splendy, this is probably why she was laughing. This is why she was laughing. Oh my gosh. Okay.
No, that's not why she was laughing. She was laughing about me talking about wanting the carbon fiber.
Oh, the carbon black one?
Yeah. She's like, you're not bringing another one of those in here.
I think you just need to drop the other one and just be like, we have no choice. Let's see. My question is, what prices are they putting on the Blu-ray player that is not many people use anymore? I'm not thinking gaming, but mainstream don't use Blu-ray anymore. As I said, my wife and I still use it. So to me, it's priceless because I like having movie nights with my wife.
Speaking of, that also reminds me, that's another thing that they can also remove from the price on their part of it. They don't have to pay for the Blu-ray
licensing.
Yeah,
but I mean,
so they save money there. Again,
yeah,
I only see $50. I don't see them doing 100.
Yeah, I see $50. I see $50.
That just helps them make a little bit more profit off of selling it compared to the other ones.
Yeah.
Fastback says physical is so 80s and 90s. Let's get digital, you boomers.
You're supposed to sing that.
Yeah, sing it.
Let's see. Let me see what else we got here. All right, let's see. Fastback says, I have yet to use my disc player on my Series X. Give me an all digital X. All right, so he might get this one. Fastback, let us know. Are you buying this? Let us know. I'd like to know. Let's see. I haven't put a disc in my Series X since I bought it at launch. Oh, Fossil is another one as well. Death Dealer says, it looks tacky. And that's why we have multiple consoles already, because there's 3 of them. Yeah. Splendifer says, true, I want one for my bedroom. Absolutely. You know what? The new place we're going to get here has 2 living rooms. We need an Xbox in the second living room. I'm just letting you know, wife. Just saying. we need it. We need the second living room.
How much time are you spending in both living rooms?
You know, I don't know yet. I don't have them. I don't have one right now.
He needs a backup living room for once he throws the controller, breaks the TV and the controller and the Xbox to go into the other one. So
let me tell you, I have two in my house, and we never even go in the second one. We don't even go in the room.
Did you decorate it like a living room?
What? No, we have no use for the room because like my husband just sits in his one where he has his big TV and his Xbox. You know, he's content. He has no reason. And he's, and that one's closer to the kitchen for refrigerator access. So
snacks are important. Snacks are important. Yes, like, absolutely.
Why would he make the detour to the other side of the house?
When we first got into the house we're in now, this is like, it's an okay size house, right? And I got up and I needed to use the restroom, and I look and I'm like, there's a restroom in the master bedroom way over there. And then there's like the restroom for the shared bathroom for everybody else over here, way over here. I'm like, why are the bathrooms so far away from the living room? It's so far away, and I had to walk to one. If I go one direction, it's just as far as the other direction. I'm like, okay, nope, I'm just gonna start walking. Yeah. I live in Texas. Everything is bigger in Texas. Everybody, okay. Let's see. And at the time, I bought this pre-COVID, so it was a great deal. Let's see. I'm buying it at launch, and we'll put the launch Series X in a different room. Yeah, there you go. Fossil 94 has the idea. And Dreadpool's birthday passed on Monday. Is that what she's talking about?
Yeah.
And you didn't get the Quest 3?
No, she wasn't that good of a wife.
Oh,
I didn't get no Quest 3.
Oh, someone wants to sleep on the couch in the second living room today.
You mean outside?
Outside with the dogs. I don't know if you have dogs. But even if you don't, there's going to be some dogs.
No, the dog will sleep in the bed, and I'll be outside.
Yeah, that's right. You do have a dog. You have what's his name? Name Beast or what
Tank.
Is his name? What is it? Tank. That's right. Tank. Yeah.
Come on.
Splendifer says I use mine for movies and some games. Yeah. Let's see. Can you sing the Barbie Girl song, Axel? Maybe next time we do a singing episode over on Iconic. If you guys missed it this last week, we were doing mimic singing.
Oh my gosh,
fantastic!
I used to do cringe karaoke for my Twitch streams, and like that song for whatever reason, that song and Bohemian Rhapsody were always the most highly requested songs, and I don't know why.
All right, so here you go, exclusive to Good Morning Xbox. Terry's going to be singing Barbie Girl. Take it away.
No, I'm not doing it ever again. I got rid of cringe karaoke because it's cringe for a reason because I can't sing. It's awful. No.
What is it? We were doing karaoke one time. Me and my friend, I had just come back from a deployment, and it was a long deployment. I was deployed for 23 months. So it was a very long deployment. And this is before we were well embedded in country. So this was like right after the initial invasions of Iraq. And I came back, and Jewel had dropped a song that I had never heard before. So I was hanging out with my friends drinking beers, and they put me up there to sing this song that I've never heard before. So instead of singing it, I'm literally reading it in the most monotone voice you've ever heard. And it has that part like, and I just want to thank you, or whatever it was, right? And I'm like, and I just want to thank you. Like I didn't know what to do. They were laughing their butts off, man. I wish I would have recorded it. I wish someone would have recorded it, because it just sounds funny.
This just in. People want to know, Terry, which Barbie song were you talking about? Because apparently there are 3 of them from Aqua.
Aqua. Okay, Aqua. All right. Alien Isolation ruined digital only forever. Alien Isolation is great. I don't know what you're talking about. I buy most digital, but Nintendo Switch, I do buy physical games. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let's see. Shout out to Cyber Gunther. Thank you so much for joining us. You are the real MVP, unlike the San Francisco 49ers who lost. Way to go. You know, I wasn't cheering for the Chiefs. Neither was Terry. All right, let's see. He says, no, I'll stick to my current Xbox. I have some physical games, but I purchase more digital games. I love digital gaming personally. Digital is nice. It's very nice. It's very convenient, but I love taking my old games and I love finding games at yard sales and just putting them in there. Like it gives you, it's just another avenue. Let's see. I'll get it if it improves download speed. That's going to be more up to your, that's actually more up to Xbox servers than.
Well, the servers in your
console.
ISP.
Yeah, both. Let's see. And yeah, I agree. Blu-ray. Blu-ray is it's kind of hard to have a Blu-ray on a non-Blu-ray. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't license Blu-ray in half of these consoles and license them on the other half when it's an OS level license. I think. So yeah. Let's see. And Cyber Gunther thinks it looks mid. Shout out to the game complainers. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. He says the Series X looks a little white chocolate Kit Kat.
I still say Milky White, but I do like the Clinical White name better.
Yeah,
but it looks
Clinical
Milky White to me more than Clinical.
Yeah.
Clinical would have more of a bluish tone.
Well, it has that little white undertone up there. Yeah, somebody just photoshopped it. Yeah. Let's see. And Splendifer says, are you saying I need to move in, Terry? Room available? Yes. Yes, absolutely. My wife is saying, you won't step to second living room, Mr. Young and Handsome Axel. That's right. So I'm already banned from the second living room. There you go. Let's see. Wow, Terry. You have 2 extra bedrooms. One is currently storage, and the other one is a guest room.
Yeah.
This is an extra bedroom here. It is obviously my model train room, and my streaming room. So yeah, that's gonna get combined into the new house has a massive. It could be like a master bedroom study, and
so I got 4 bedrooms, the master, and then 3 other bedrooms. This is one that I turned into my little gaming space, and then I have the guest room, and then I have the other one that literally we're just storing like the pet stuff. So like I keep all like their extra bags of like food and stuff in there so they don't get into it. It's like that's all that's in there.
Wow. So there you go, Splendiferous. You can move in with the storage, with the cat storage. Just just identify it as cat storage.
Yeah, look, that room will eventually get turned into the kids' room when we eventually have a kid. That will be the kids' room. It's just plan for the future. We made sure we had extra space.
Yes, absolutely. Wait, say that one more time.
Planning for the future.
Before that.
What, the kids' room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When is that happening?
I don't know. We haven't started yet, but we got to. I mean, my clock is ticking. I'm already 37, 38, so I'm running out of time. So I got I'm running out of time.
There you go. So Terry soon to be Cool Cat Terry, soon to be joined by maybe Cool Kitty Terry,
player number 3.
Yeah. What is your husband's pseudonym? Like, what is his online name?
Gunflame.
Gunflame.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be Cool Cat Gun.
No.
Cool Gun Film.
No.
Let's see. Back from the Dead says everything is in Texas may be bigger except your ability to insulate your houses from for cold. Hard facts. No lies detected right there. Let's see. Are you buying it for convenience or looks when it comes to the Xbox All Digital Edition? I think people buy it for looks. I mean, unless you're brand new to the Xbox ecosystem, you're buying it for looks. Because you already have an Xbox if you already are buying one. So yeah. Let's see. My wife says, we want Terry. Sing. Take it away, Terry.
No, man. It's so bad. You guys will get a kick out of it because how hilariously awful it is, but
yeah, that's what I want. Hold on. Yeah, that's what we want, Terry. That is exactly what we want.
Nope. No.
All right, sorry. I had to, guys. I had to. Where's my other screen?
Come on, Barbie. Let's go party.
All right, let's see. Split Difference says, you don't get to talk about us, Bronco Man. Are you a 49er guy too? Yeah, let's see. I finally got the Quest VR 2 to try VR, and oh my god, the kids are running around like wild heathens on the horizon. Yes, absolutely. I'm just gonna scroll down to the bottom. I'm sorry, guys. You guys are amazing chat, by the way. There's just so much. I can't read everybody right now. Split Difference says, I'm allergic to cats. You can't move in, man. You can't move in.
So is my husband, but yeah, he keeps getting more. So you get over it.
The game complainer says, I got 12 jobs to afford a PS3, Dreadpool. How dare you? That's right. If you can afford a PS3, just work some extra hours. They believe people will.
No, you were only supposed to get a second job for the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
You're supposed to get, what, 4th or 5th jobs for the PS5. So,
Yeah. Yeah. And he says, Gun Cat Jr. Yeah, that's a good name. That's a good pseudo name.
But we named the dog Gun Cat Jr.
It will be Little Terry Flame. Aw. And sing.
Oh, there you go.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Ken.
It's
different. Sing, girl. Please sing it. Come on, Terry. Do it for the fans. I'll restart it. Here we go. Come on, Terry. Take it away. Sure, jump in. I cannot hear Terry. Is she talking?
I think she is. She's like doing it very.
I said I have clips. Go find them. I'm not doing it again.
Send me a clip. I'll put it on.
I'm trying to find one. I have.
Send me a clip. I'll put it on.
I'm sure I have a clip.
It comes with 2 terabytes, by the way. Does it? I didn't see that on here. Let's see. Heatsink. It doesn't say anything about storage. Maybe that's just a rumor. Okay. It's all good. It's Super Bowls in team history. Some teams haven't gone into one Super Bowl. Hard facts. Let's see. T-Flame. Death Dealer says she'll do it. She knows this song by heart. Where are you? I don't see you. Yeah. Oh my gosh, she will not do it. No, she needs to. Come on, let's go. Hype train. Let's do it.
Hype train.
Come on, we're all excited. We want Terry. To see
I'm
Barbie.
trying so hard to find my clips. I don't remember. I forgot even where to look for clips on Twitch.
Dreadpool, sing this out. I don't know what it was. Go ahead. Sing this out.
I'm T-Flame. You know my name? Oh my good lord.
I don't have auto-tune to do that,
Oh my god. Split Difference says you're gonna miss the train. Come on, get on the hype train. Get on the hype singing. Get on the hype karaoke train.
Where do you find clips on Twitch?
I know Twitch removes stuff, so I don't know.
Did they get rid of clips?
Use it like in 3 months.
I don't know about clips. I know the videos.
Yeah, the
after
live
2
streams get
weeks.
removed.
But I don't know what happens with clips. I don't. Twitch is one of those platforms that you have just to have. You play around with it a little bit, and then you throw it away, and then you come back to it and like, oh yeah, I had this.
Yeah.
And other people do very well on it.
You know, I did 7 years on there, and then I stopped, and now I don't remember where crap is. You know.
Unbelievable, Terry. Unbelievable. How could you forget? How could you forget?
Anything worth having for my clips is on my Discord, so I just gotta go through them.
Yeah, well, I'm still waiting for the singing. Oh yeah. While Terry's doing that, Dreadpool, we had a poll. How does the chat feel about the adorably digital clinical white Xbox?
We had a poll.
Yes.
Would you buy the Adobe Digital Xbox Series X? 52% said yes, I'm ready, all digital. 31 said nope, physical for life, and 15 said maybe. So that's out of 19 votes. So I got to tell you, 52 of you are really wrong with this one. You shouldn't do it that way. But that's your choice. That's your opinion, and you're right to be wrong.
Be wrong. All right, hold on. Is Death Dealer there, ready to sing?
Oh, Death Dealer, she's ready to sing.
Okay. Hold on. Let me pull it up. All right.
Oh, but I am.
All right, here we go.
You ready, Terry? Come on, you gotta do it with me.
All right, here we go.
Come on.
There we go.
I've embarrassed myself with this song over 100 times on my Twitch. I'm done.
Come on.
But yet she can't find one clip. We need one for Good Morning.
It's for a good cause.
Oh my god, I found one of the clips of my terrible dancing. Nope.
Fine, I'll do it by myself.
Here we go.
Hi, Barbie. Hi, Ken. Sure, Ken.
Oh, hold on. You guys are behind. Okay.
Oh, come on.
There you go.
Hey, Barbie.
Hi, Ken.
You want to go for a ride?
Sure, Ken. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. Life in plastic. It's fantastic. You can brush my hair, undress me everywhere. Imagination, life is your creation.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world. All right, I gotta go.
Wait, before you go, hold on, before you go. Look how red they are, guys. They are red.
Enjoy. I hope you all enjoyed it. Your pins.
Thank you.
And no Splendy, that was not just to you.
He's lying.
My wife throws flowers. Happy Cloudgivers, happy. Splendiferous is clapping. Yes, absolutely. Throwing more flowers. Yeah. Look at you, Trent. You are red. Holy cow. I've never seen you this red. You're a Nintendo Switch red, sir.
I was coughing.
Yeah, I would have too. Oh my goodness. All right. So shout out to Dreadpool and Death Dealer. Thank you so much for being such team sports.
Unlike somebody else.
Doing it for the chat. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, we're still waiting for Terry. Absolutely. We're still waiting for Miss Terry. All right. More flowers. Oh, I need some water. Can I get some water, someone? Let's see. My beautiful wife, if you're listening, I need some water, please. Thank you so much. Let's see. All right. So moving off that, Dreadpool shared an interesting video by a guy named Kevin. Was that his name? Kevin something?
Yes.
He's a big time YouTuber. Kevin Kenson. Yeah, there we go. So Kevin Kenson was talking about the Q4 hardware. So we're going to switch gears here back to Q4 hardware. I am so glad I did that. I am so glad too. I'm going to clip it. Yes. he shared some interesting points talking about the hardware and talking about how people really want a portable Xbox. Dreadpool, I know for sure, wants one as he travels. I would love a portable Xbox. I would take it to work. I would play it every lunch break. Guaranteed I would. So, sorry, excuse me, guys, getting my water. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'd rather have that than use my phone, even though we can use our
I
phones.
don't want a cloud machine. I want native.
Yeah, I want something, that I can use that's not, even if you were to use your phone as native, I just don't want to lock down something that I can do that. So I want something that's specifically designed for this.
Yeah. And so Kevin Samuels was talking about what if it's not going to be a portable Xbox? Or sorry, not Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry. Kevin Kenson. I apologize. I don't know. Kevin Samuels, rest in peace. Kevin Kenson is what I meant. He made the argument that what if, because Xbox runs on a Windows kernel, a very stripped down Windows kernel, what if when you're in Windows and you run this Windows machine and you want to load your Xbox games, it side loads the Xbox operating system into it. It gets rid of all the Windows crap and side loads the Xbox OS, either on top of it or next to it or whatever, right? And that you can now play your Xbox Series games natively with literally the Xbox OS. But this can still play all of your other Steam games or whatever other games you install on this, your emulators, your everything, because it runs Windows OS as well. And he's talking about how maybe that's the route that Xbox is taking to make an Xbox handheld. Like if Asus ROG Ally did a Windows OS and a Xbox OS where it ran natively Xbox games, like it would on your Xbox console, that would be great. Because right now Windows is to run on these small screens. Windows is having to load these MSI, Asus, and Lenovo. Asus, sorry, I know it's Asus. Asus and Lenovo have to load an interface layer on top of it, and some of it works great, some of it doesn't work so great. I don't know if you used it. Sometimes the keyboard pops up, sometimes it doesn't, stuff like that. Windows is not great for non-mouse and keyboard. But what if Dread, you could, and it ran the Xbox OS on it, according to Kevin Kenson? Would you be happy?
I would be happy with that. I mean, look at Steam. You get the Steam Deck.
Yeah, it's running its own custom OS.
Yeah, it's running its own custom OS, and you have to do a lot of work, which is getting easier now. But for those that were sideloading Game Pass on there and Windows and everything else to get these games to play, it was a pain for a lot of people. And you want this to be plug and play. And if I recall, the ROG Ally was the only thing that Microsoft actually pushed for.
The only one they have advertised officially. This image is from Xbox Wire. There is no Xbox Wire for the Lenovo Legion Go.
No.
There is no Xbox Wire for the upcoming MSI. Oh, geez, I forgot what it's called.
But this is the only thing they teamed up with doing a promotion for.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that being said, obviously they're looking into it. Obviously, what did I say before? They're always analyzing everything, every game, every product. Everything's being analyzed at every given point in time, every second. They're looking at this stuff. Is it good for us? Should we get into it? Should we get out of it? It's always flip-flopping. We almost didn't have an Xbox. We almost had a different Xbox Studio because it almost went with Microsoft CE as the whatever they were going to call it at that time. Yeah. So you never know. There's so many teams working on the same thing. But I have a feeling that eventually, I don't know if you guys know what Proxmox is and all these other OSs. They're basically an OS that everything runs underneath or on top of as its own container, and then when you
kind
shut
of
it
like
down,
Android. Yeah.
kind of like that.
Yeah.
It's its own container, but then when you shut it down, it has nothing to do with the main system. So it's like its own virtual machine, and they could be doing the same thing here with the app. That instead of having, you just use the basic program to navigate, and then when you launch the game, it's actually launching its own status of the game itself. Everything else just kind of wipes off the background, even though it's still there, but everything is dedicated to that game. And I think that's kind of what
Kind
he's
of like
talking
back
about.
compat works on the right now. Like when you load a 360 game, it loads the 360
The
OS.
360 OS, yeah.
Mhm.
So I think they're going to do more and more of that dedicated per game. And Kevin even mentions doing something along those lines too.
Yeah, I mean, if the Asus ROG Ally, which I really really want to this day, as I was on an airplane and I had my Switch and I was very happy playing my Switch, and the gentleman, one person next to me had a Steam Deck. He was playing more serious games than I could ever play on my Switch, of course, right? And he was playing pretty good stuff offline, all that stuff. But yeah, if I could get that experience with this, because I love this form factor, I love the color, I love everything Asus does. I'm a huge Asus fan. I think it would be fantastic if it could sideload, as you said, and maybe it stays with the OS, but when you hit, as you said, Dreadpool, when it launches the game, it switches OSs automatically. That would be something fantastic, in my opinion. And it is. I feel that it's very doable. I feel that it's doable.
I
So
think
that was Kevin's argument towards the new console hardware coming in Q4 instead of the white Xbox. He's leaning more towards the handheld Xbox, which hopefully, fingers crossed, is happening. A real licensed by Xbox, even if it's not made by Xbox, they could team up with Asus or whoever they team up with, as long as it's fantastic. Terry, what do you think?
I mean, I think this is, one of those things. I mean, we've talked about like these kind of handhelds and stuff, and I think it's cool for people who have a use for them, but it's hard for me to really get excited because I have zero use for these. So it's not something that I'm going to invest in. So it's just, but I mean, it has its place. It's just, I have no use for these things.
But what do you think about the OS sideloading idea? Do you think it would be beneficial to Xbox and to the manufacturers of these handheld gaming computers, essentially?
I don't know.
you're not the one sideloading it. You just press the game and then it auto sideloads. It's you know what I'm saying? It's a plug and play. Think of it like that. Don't think of it like you have to literally do anything.
Again, I don't see the difference, and I don't know. It's not something that matters to me. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry. Terry is neutral on handheld gaming, but again, every screen is an Xbox, right? Including handheld screens. This is definitely a market that I think Xbox really needs to expand into, as mobile gaming, especially in other countries, is huge in comparison, right? Like I would love for, I love that I have access to my cloud games on my phone, but I would love the option to download some of them natively. I really would. I wish they would make Android native games for Xbox. So yeah.
The game complainers, the game complainers, which is in chat, he bought the Lenovo. I think he bought 2 Lenovos.
The Legion Go?
I'm sorry?
The Lenovo Legion Go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe he also bought the ROG, the Asus ROG. So
me and Game Complainers got to talk then, because I really want to know his opinion on it.
To him.
Yeah.
So
I would really love to talk to him about it.
Oh, he got 3 of them. I'm sorry. Whew, my bad.
He has 3. What do you do with 3 Legion goes? I'm just curious.
Well, I know his wife plays on the one like religiously.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't buy the Rogue. Okay. I think.
Are you going to get that MSI one that we had on the show a while ago? What was it called? The MSI Wildcat or something like that? I don't know.
Are you talking to me or game complainers?
To you.
To me?
MSI Claw, I think, isn't it?
I'm still up in the air.
Yeah, the MSI Claw is what it's called.
I think I'm going to go more with the Rogue only because Microsoft is in a partnership with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason. But I know in the past, was it a couple of years ago?
I'm already not getting the MSI Claw. I've already decided. You want to know why?
Why?
Look at these button setup. No, it's the same. It's the same, right?
I'm gonna say it's the same.
Yeah, it's the same, but it's just I don't know. It feels.
I know a
weird,
lot of
like-
people said that one actually feels good in your hand.
Yeah.
So they're getting better with the form factor and
Mhm.
hand placement and comfortability of just the natural part of it. So I know that between the Rogue and this one and Lenovo, they're getting better. So hopefully, that Microsoft has Surface, and
Mhm.
from what we hear, Jason Ronald isn't the lead on this one. It's the Surface team.
So Surface is going to make this a reality.
No,
so it could
not
be like
this.
the Xbox Surface or Surface Xbox.
The next Xbox. They're
The
talking
next
about.
Xbox.
Yeah.
Is going to be made by the Surface team. What?
Designed. Yeah.
I hope the internals aren't. No offense, but
Well, no, but that's the thing is it's. I think Jason Ronald will still have some input. He's just not going to be.
well,
the
didn't
lead.
Jason Ronald get promoted? Maybe he's just not handling it by himself anymore. Maybe
Right.
it falls under his privy, but he got promoted, right?
Right. And that's
Yeah.
why I think he still will have some say in it. I
Yeah.
just it's going to be the team itself that's going to get really the true credit, where before he was getting all the credit for the team's work. So again, it's kind of that back and forth thing. But it's interesting to see that they're promoting this. They're not saying to these other companies, hey, you can't be doing this. This is piracy or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because you're going against our version of terms and services. They're not even saying that. They're just watching it and going. Again, analyzing everything. So going this direction, could there be a portable? Maybe because of the Surface team. Is it a
Jason Ronald got booted because of the DVR mess up on the Xbox. Shout out to him. Shout out to Splendiferous. Okay, sorry. Keep going,
Yeah.
Trent. That was just too funny not to bring up.
No. So I think right now, with us not knowing anything, it's any number of
Speculation town,
directions that
baby.
it could go. Exactly. And what was it? I had it here somewhere, actually. Where'd it go?
I don't know. Well, Dreadpool finds it. The game complainer says he got 3 of the Legion goals. He did not buy the Asus ROG, and we will talk. Absolutely. By the way, I'm ready to be scheduled whenever you're ready, and you're ready to be scheduled whenever you're ready. Let's see. Me, my wife, and a spare. That's interesting. And a spare. Let's see. The game complainers also says MSI can go take a walk. Don't you have an MSI, Terry? Computer? No, it's iBuy Power.
No.
Who is it?
What was that?
Your computer, the one you bought.
Yeah, mine is was custom built with from was it CyberPower?
CyberPower. Okay, I have iBuy Power because I got a really good deal. Let's see. The Legion Go should be fine for now until something really good hits. I can play Resident Evil 4 Remake in 60 FPS in it without much configuration. That's a win for me. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I don't know. This one just looks really fantastic to me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really interested in it. Yeah. And shout out to the RWK88. Thank you so much for joining us. You're the real MVP. I don't know if I caught you earlier, but just in case, you got an extra chat up. Yeah. All right. Oh, Dreadpool has found it. Hold on. Let me put mine away. All right, take it away. Premature speculation. The heck was that? You made me put my voice. You can roll premature speculation. All right. Now that Dread is done trolling, what do you got to say, Dread?
No, it would be interesting. There's many different theories on what the next thing could be, and if it is a handheld or not. It's just going to be interesting. The side loading thing, like I said, what we talked about, would be the best way to do it, and let's see what happens. You know, I'm excited. Hopefully they whatever they make, I'm probably buying anyway. So
yeah, if it comes licensed from Xbox, like I was this close to buying the Ally. The only reason I held back was because my wife held me back. She was unconvinced. I couldn't convince her. And I was not willing to have that fight with her, where I buy it, even though we don't agree, right? It's just, respect for her and her opinion, and she has say so into the family finances, all that good stuff, right? As she should. But if it's an Xbox branded, the Xbox Surface Mobile or whatever it's going to call, right? Series M. It's getting bought. That's all there is to it. As you know, as I am an Xbox guy, so I'm an Xbox fan. I'm a fanboy.
What if
so there you go, guys. Those are the hardware rumors that are going around. Some of them one of them is technically a leak. The other one is kind of a speculation. But that's where we are. Anybody got anything else to add before we get out of here? Any other news you would like to announce?
I did see an article yesterday. I don't have it on me. I apologize, but mentioning that for xCloud, they're going to finally be opening up the library. So instead of just only having access to the Game Pass games, you can get the full library.
Yeah. So you're going to be able to play your digital purchases now on the cloud. Yeah. So it doesn't need to be on Game Pass.
Somebody actually asked Phil, and Phil said that they're working on it to get it done this year.
Tom Ward from The Verge asked him.
No, there was another person that asked too.
I thought
it was on Twitter.
It
was a direct question to P3, and P3 responded to him.
And he said soon. That's right. That was the answer. Soon, I think.
Soon later this year.
Yeah. So that's also cool. For those of you that are digital gamers and not physical gamers, that you can play your games direct. Your purchase will show up. That's kind of cool.
From the cloud, though. There's a difference from streaming it from your console. Now you're actually streaming from the cloud. So that's cool.
Absolutely. And of course, Happy Cloud Gamer is very excited about that. Yes, xCloud moving forward. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that's fantastic tidbit. Thank you so much for bringing that up, Terry. I forgot all about it.
Yeah.
Forgot all about it. All right. That is it for today, guys. With that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get out of here. But we wouldn't be able to do this show if it wasn't for you guys, the chat. And that's why you guys, the chat, will always be the MVP to any of the shows we do here on the Iconic Video Games channel. Be sure to follow us on social media if you can find us. With that being said, we are going to get out of here. I'm Axel1324.
I'm coolcatterri.
And I'm not your Barbie girl, Dreadpool.
With that being said, we're going to leave. Bye, everybody.